Oh, just coming.
Well, let me basically go over this so that you could talk about what's on the outside of the system that's inside of Gateway 10. And we talked about this. They dumped them here, but they dumped the reptiles here, or these reptilian things, because they're so awful. And they came in like Billy the Kid. They didn't come in with their tails between their legs or anything like that. They came in here and immediately started their jerry rigging and their Lucy and Ethel crap, where they're building this giant thing to trap us. They found us, correct? They found us, and they said, hey, we can use this. And they immediately started jerry rigging the whole thing. And these discs, were these discs there already? Uh-oh. 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 Yeah, there you go. There you are. I can see you and I can hear you.
Yeah, that's done it on its own then.
So yeah, okay, so you go. I'm going to stop.
What happens to the good bits? It always happens when I just about to go to the good bit. That always happens. But yeah, listen. So they freeze the first two screens. Yeah, right. Listen, can you see this over here?
Yeah.
Look, asteroids, comets, balls of gas, floating rocks, spinning balls, stars, shooting stars, icebergs. This is all a plasma screen. This is all holographic. Yeah. When you're looking through your expensive telescopes and you look at all these fancy little planets, forget it. This is all bullshit. Yeah. Everything under that blue screen is a lie. I wouldn't be surprised if off was on and on was off.
Yeah, and I think it's important to say it again about the fact that it looks like an eye, and they can see through into us. They can see in, but we can't see anything above us. And that analogy in the Wizard of Oz, where the wicked witch, like Annie M can't. She doesn't know she's being watched, but they're the wicked witches, and she's spying, and that's exactly what they're doing to us, and they're telling us, like you said.
Well, it was, because it's the people who are going to die when they find out this setup. Yeah, they're going to it's a good job I didn't say it a little while back. No, I would have believed. Well, everyone just thought I was off me nuts. Yeah.
But again, I think one of the most fascinating things that people need to really understand is how they rigged this with these discs and this energy that they have going on, where they've got these.
See that technology they've got on the outside, yeah? They could be out of this gateway on another one of their planets, yeah? And they can see in.
So that's the all-seeing eye right there.
Yeah, the all-seeing eye. It doesn't matter what planet they're on, the reptilians, yeah?
It's bigger than you can imagine, which is what Q says. The all-seeing eye is bigger than you can imagine. It's this lens, just like in the Wizard of Oz, where they're looking in at us, and we don't even know where we are.
There's the pupil. Yeah. Now, if you turn that up that way, can you see what I've written there?
Well, I can't. You're off the screen now.
Yeah, so look, I've just put there. To me, this looks like a back of an eye. What connects to the brain?
Yeah.
What connects to the brain? That bit, yeah.
Exactly.
And this is their negative force. So when all the positive comes here, it hits that and it changes it. And it shoots out here, and we get all the shitty poison stuff with that.
Yeah, I think that has to do with their sigils and their Saturn, the hexagon. It gives off negative frequencies that affect our planet. So these sigils and stuff, and then all this screaming and these frequencies from their ceremonies and the blood spilling into the earth and everything, it all adds to this negative collection of energy, which then goes up into our dome. They're like gassing us with negative energy as well.
The moon sucks a lot of our bad energies, our depression, our anger, and like jealousy. See, jealousy and depression, anger. That causes, especially jealousy. Jealousy can cause top frequency, negative frequency for them. Jealousy. Yeah. One of the worst things amongst us, jealousy. You know what I mean?
Well, all you have to do is
the reason why they poisoned our gland was one of the reasons is so we can bullshit each other. Yeah, we're literally telepathic. Yeah, all of us, even the 78%. yeah, or telepathic, yeah, to certain like uh distance sort of thing, like, you know what I mean? We was all like, it's crazy. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
but you know what they did? They put our ego in the way of everything because we
Yeah.
are narcissistic psychopaths. They've made us all into narcissists. And you know what happens when a narcissist is, when they get jealous or something like that, somebody's going to die. It's like they get a narcissistic rage. And I think that's what they wanted all of us to just hate each other and be jealous of each other and angry
Yeah.
with each other because of our egos.
Yeah, this is what they've done to us.
And they've got all this energy flow, this negative energy flow happening through this grid that he's got behind him. Those grays are programmed.
And them grays are very, very hard workers. They don't stop. Honestly, they do not stop. They don't stop.
Okay, so this is a good place to say that there are demonic entities out here outside of Gateway 10, and that the reptilians are afraid of them.
Listen, they possessed the reptilians. They possessed most of them. Yeah.
Well, you can go ahead and show people where they are on the map.
Like this dumping ground here. Let me show.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
This dumping ground here. Yeah.
It's okay. It's up higher than. I can't see your. It doesn't go. Yeah. There you go. There you go.
So time is irrelevant to them on the outside and inside, yeah? Like I said, when the EMF flash happens and we're all in loop form for 30 seconds, the last 6,012 years is going to feel like 10 minutes.
Hidden Valley Ranch makes pizza extra.
Alright, today. Nothing brings the pack together like a trip to Great Wolf Lodge.
I am an AI version of myself, created to showcase the advancements and potential of artificial intelligence. Today, I stand before you to talk about a fascinating aspect of AI and the creation of digital avatars. As we move forward into the new era of technology, it's becoming increasingly possible to create an AI version of anyone or anything. With the help of advanced algorithms, machine learning, and deep neural technologies and networks, we can now create highly realistic digital representations of people and objects. These AI-generated avatars can be used for
hey, everybody, it's me, Deplorable McAllister, aka Linda Paris, and I'm here with CHRISTAIN21, and we're talking. And we just came up with this sort of game plan where I am going to go over some of the stuff he's already said that I've highlighted here that I think is very interesting, and I want to make sure that people understand his answers to this. And so we're talking about this, Christian, is positive spraying is killing the reptilians. So the chemtrails, and you can say how long in a minute, how long they've been.
Your eye perception will change because we'll be in a different frequency magnetic field, yeah? But the eye perception and frequency won't change for them at 3D Earth, yeah? They can't because it freaks them out too much.
Yeah.
So that new Earth what's been prepped, the new Earth what's been prepped, once they get there, they're going to feel sort of at home still.
I want to ask about us. We're going to be sitting here. Let's just say it happens right now while we're here right now. So everything stops because everything will light up, correct?
Yeah.
And that's what we're
going to see. You won't see nothing for a couple of seconds. It'll be like a white light. You know that white light what usually blinds you when you walk into a bright room anyway, doesn't it? Yeah.
Right. For them, it's probably going to seem like longer than
will feel longer.
Yeah. And for us too, it'll probably feel longer.
30 seconds will feel longer than 30 seconds, but it won't be. It will be 30 seconds.
But all we're going to be experiencing is that we can't see.
No, you won't see your arms and legs, and you'll see a lot of other orbs around you. Yeah, you'll see it. You'll see millions because this is all people having a near-death experience. Yeah, so you're going to see it's going to look like a Christmas tree all around you.
Really?
But a lot of them, you'll all of a sudden be sucked away from us that way, and they won't be sat here. Yeah, you'll see these. The ones who'll be going, you'll actually see them be pulled away to the other light.
Whoa.
There's a new vortex there. There's a new vortex there, not an amnesia one. This vortex is for everyone what's dying now. Yeah, they're asleep.
Yeah.
They don't know what we know. So they're dying and they're just going to the normal light, but only that ain't an amnesia light. That's the entrance to the new place what's been prepped. So all the souls are going there.
If someone took the and died from it, they would die, and they would go to. They wouldn't have to go through the shift. That is the.
They won't. Yeah. They're cutting the shift out. They're going. They've been directed there straight away.
But
this is saving this. Yeah, but this is saving a lot of This is saving a lot of work.
Yeah. And also, don't
because there's a lot. There's a lot of positives here. It's going to be helping with the transportation.
All the impatient people saying time, time, time. Having no idea that a month here is a minute outside, and 3 years is but an hour, or that time is mutable and bendable and rollable back. Our sense of time in here is really off. All the injustices you're seeing now are the same injustices that have always been there. You're just now finding out about them. So much you've missed till now. But all in all, those people, even though they're seeing it, refuse to admit that there's a war going on. Demonic interference is real. It is a fight to retrieve your mind and your soul from this location back to where you're supposed to be. All the impatient people saying time, time, time. And so all those people, for all these years, that you've called them discontent, conspiracy theorists, were actually telling the truth. And you're not going to go back and say, well, I'm sorry, I called you a conspiracy theorist.
We'll have the 3-day blackout, right? And then you'll have the 10 days of darkness. The 10 days of darkness will, to sort of cushion the blow to everyone, explain to them what's been going on the last 6 years, especially the last 100 years. Yeah, who's involved? They can tell. A lot of it's going to be to do with the child business and that. Yes, and now they've been experimenting on children since World War II. They ain't just going to go boom on the 10 days of darkness. They're going to pull the alien bit into it. I reckon on the 9th, 10th day. Yeah. And when everyone got sort of allowed to go out for a few hours of a day, because it could be martial law still, yeah, because this ain't all going to happen in 5 minutes, this bit, because we're in human time. As soon as the flash out happens, and I think they might remove the firmament. Sorry, I got that wrong. They do the flash because they need the firmament there for the flash, because the flash needs the bowl to go like it hits the lens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm telling you? Nothing can escape. Nothing will be able to escape it. It doesn't matter if you're in a dark room and there's a little hole at the bottom. Yeah. That light will come through that tiny hole and light that room up like a bitch. It don't matter. You won't be able to escape it.
Hey everyone, just a quick video to clear things up. I am not CHRISTAIN21. I am a follower of his work. I started uploading videos of Christian to YouTube because at the time, there was no videos on here and not a single person I knew that had BitChute. YouTube doesn't like the truth. So far I have received a strike for misinformation, a complete joke to me. Again, I am not CHRISTAIN21. I have made sure to reply to anyone who thinks I am and correct them and guide them over to his official channel. I haven't had contact with Christian yet, but I'm sure I will one of these days. At first I thought he was insane, but the more I listened, the more my mind was blown. I think me and him have a connection somehow. Perhaps I have looped a few times and met him on my journeys. It's a beautiful day today, not a cloud in the sky. Where I'm from, that's rare. I'm off to enjoy the sun. Have a nice day. Much love.
Right, when I say looped, yeah, what this means is, yeah, when you get looped, what it is, when you come back in through the vortex.
Hey everyone, just a quick video to clear things up. I am not CHRISTAIN21. I am a follower of his work. I started uploading videos of Christian to YouTube because at the time, there was no videos on here and not a single person I knew that had BitChute. YouTube doesn't like the truth. So far I have received a strike for misinformation, a complete joke to me. Hey everyone, just a quick video to clear things up.
Right, when I say looped, yeah, what this means is, yeah, when you get looped, what it is, when you come back in through the vortex, yeah, the positives intervene, yeah, certain people, yeah, what it is, imagine a conveyor belt in a factory.
Okay.
What they do, right, every so often, you're going to get faulty ones, in you? Yeah?
Yeah.
What this means is, what this is, yeah, looping is to do with the sensory opening up the memory. Basically, the sensory and the past memory connecting. That's why a lot of us high sensory kids, yeah, pick up the past memory. But a lot of people who've came through and been looped and been totally unaware of being looped, they've abused it, mainly through profiting. Yeah? And what happens is, that part of the memory, they shut it down. This ain't good.
Like the moon keeping us in this loop where we keep going back.
With me, I've been looped here 4 times. There's been a handful of us been looped 4 times, yeah. I was one of this, look, I've said to you all before, yeah. Wait, it's irrelevant if you believe me or not. But listen, I was one of the first souls to actually come in here. I've started to pick up on who's been looped and who's been cut off.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Deplorable McAllister, aka Linda Paris, and I'm here with Christian21, and we're talking. And we just came up with this sort of game plan where I am going to go over some of the stuff he's already said that I've highlighted here that I think is very interesting, and I want to make sure that people understand his answers to this. And so we're talking about this, Christian, is positive spraying is killing the reptilians. So the chemtrails, and you can say how long in a minute, how long they've been doing the positive chemtrails, but they're to heal us. But at the same time they're healing us, they're killing these reptilians, can't take it. So that's correct?
Yeah. Well, they've been spraying us with toxic metals and chemicals since World War II. You're not going to cleanse in the sky and the ether and the magnetic fields, yeah, in 5 minutes.
Right.
So what they've been doing, every negative technology, yeah, it can be made as positive. Well, it was made positive. All technologies are made positive, but they make it negative. So everything could be like positive, beneficial for us. But what they've been cleansing is the sky, the grounds, the trees, the animals, us, everything what breathes, everything what needs oxygen. Yeah, it's being cleansed. Yeah, and another little thing, I think they've been flushing iron through the water system for the last couple of years as well.
Oh, well, but just to reiterate the point, it cleanses everything, but it doesn't cleanse them. It hurts them.
No, they can't breathe. It just makes them, and there's no adrenochrome, there's no trafficking going at the moment, so they're double fucked. You know what I mean?
And triple screwed, I think, because I don't even think I've heard that when they can't get it from humans, they get it from clones.
Yeah,
which are humans, but you know what I mean? It's a clone. So it's not as strong. It doesn't it's not the same, so they don't even have that because of all the underground cloning facilities have all been destroyed, I think. And that brings me to another point that I have written down here that you said that in the future, clones are going to be outlawed.
Yeah, everywhere. You won't see a clone outside this gateway. Well against the law. That's just that's like depriving someone's way. To make a clone, you need someone's stem cell from their stomach and a few other things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially here, cloning will be like, boom. Listen, they had cities, little cities, hidden secret cities. Those just clones, yeah. And that was backup food. Look what you're just saying. Backup food. Yeah, they'd go in there, look, with a super rich one weekend or something, and go on a rape kill spree. Yeah, rape kill spree and that. You know what I mean? And they send the cleaning up people in after. And they put a load of clones in there again. You know what I mean?
That's another thing I wanted to talk about and reiterate for people that didn't catch this, that because I watch these trials and these murder cases and you can see it happening. They have gradually practically decriminalized murder. You go up there and they'll give you 2 life sentences, but you're eligible for parole in 2040 or something. And I'm like, wait a minute, 2 life sentences and they're eligible for parole. A life sentence is not a life sentence, and they don't even give the death penalty anymore. And they've made it so that if you do judge, if a jury does come back with the death penalty, they make it so expensive so that the criminal has all of these luxuries, and they go through the system and they bleed the court system dry. And you think to yourself, it's a broken system. No, it's not broken. It's not a broken system. It's working for them. It's covering up their crimes, correct?
Yeah. Listen, when you walk into a courtroom, it don't matter what courtroom it is on this planet, right? Everyone in that, even your solicitor, even the one who's got all your things in favour, he's on your side. Well, you get that impression, yeah? But let me tell you, every last one in that courtroom, apart from you, are all in league with each other. They couldn't give a monkeys about you. All they want is your signature, so they can all get paid, yeah?
Right.
But they're all on the same level. The judge, yeah, and most of them are paedophiles. Yeah, most of them, even the jailer what walks you up probably one. You know what I mean? Listen, when people realise and understand the full weight, yeah, that only 60% of the population in the first realm, yeah, are human. So what's the other 40%?
Yeah, and the crazy part is they're putting these things right in front of us.
Yeah.
I mean, they're everywhere. Look at this. What's her name? Versace.
Yeah.
You know that Donatella.
All the designer names, yeah, they're all
they all look like monsters.
Yeah, but they're all named after like high satanic priests.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, you see the 26 bloodlines above the 13 bloodlines, what we know here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. 26. Wait a minute. Well, you just said it. 26 bloodlines above the 13 bloodlines that we know here.
And they're all Venetian. They're all Venetian, families, sort of, so to speak. This is where Gucci and Armani, that goes right back. Yeah.
Okay.
They us all with their clothes.
But that brings me to another point that I wrote down. Ted Bundy, the serial killer, was from the 7th. You said this. The seventh bloodline. That's pretty high up. There's a lot of Bundys too in politics.
Yeah.
And
what do you think the man got? Listen, most of these serial killers, right? Trust me on this one, right? They could catch these psychopathic people, right, in a few hours.
Yeah.
This place is rigged to the eyeballs. It don't matter. Whereas it's a blind spot. Yeah, no. You've got 4 lenses over your head. There ain't no blind spots. There's nowhere you can go. Yeah, they can see you can't see them. Yeah, plural. Yeah, and look, I said to all the intelligent people out there, right, you don't have to believe this, because in 3 or 4 weeks' time, yeah, when they start really giving you some info, really making you shake your boots, you're going to find out that there's nobody here who's trying to help, was right all along on everything. Yeah. Well, when I'm wrong, I get told I'm wrong, and they put me right. Simple as that. Know what I mean?
And it is very much like flat Earth. So a lot of flat Earth people are going to be able to understand it. You know,
nobody looked upside down. Right?
Yeah.
No one looked upside down.
But also about Ted Bundy, I wanted to, because you said this, and I want to make sure people heard that Ted Bundy was never executed. He's the 7th bloodline, and he was never executed. And his killings were satanic sacrifices.
All of them. Look how he positioned them all in the forest.
Yeah.
The FBI and that all knew. Yeah. But some people looking spitting into the tent, not instead of spitting out, they're like, oh look, this psychopath. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's another thing they do. They have these programs about how, they're sociopaths or psychopaths, and they get up there and they talk these doctors to these blowhards. They get up there and they start talking about, when he was a youngster, his father shot his dog, and start making all these excuses for these people because they have to be out there to cover for what they're doing.
Listen, 9 million children go missing year in, year out, without fail. More than that, probably, without fail. Yeah. So you need as many psychotic, child-killing, serial rapists out there as possible. Listen, most of them, right? And I'll know this for a fact. If they, this is going to sound mad, but if they are very good at what they do, yeah, they're cloned. They put the clone in prison, and they let him out the back door. Simple as, yeah. And what they do, what they tell the public is, he died of cancer. He's just had a heart attack. He's just hung himself. Yeah, all right.
But this goes to what you were saying earlier about the level of lying.
Yes, the level of lying. This is what I mean. Don't get me wrong, I've got more respect for the world's most educated, because when they do wake up, they work this out better than me.
Yeah.
They do this. That's why I'm going to keep that there, Linda. Because the more everyone keeps zooming that in and looking there, the more it's going to make sense to you. And the more you're going to realise that them people in them schools, colleges and universities took you right up the path. But it's not their fault, because they've been took up the path as well.
Right. A lot of them really believe it. You know, like you could talk about the medical profession.
Yeah,
it's still acting like it's something you should get.
Some of the ones that wake up towards the end, it'll be a bit too late, but they're going to be kicking themselves. You know what I mean? They're just going to be like,
it really shows you how asleep they are, though, that they're not paying attention, and they're not paying attention to all these people.
Some of the things what's happened in the last 3 years, I have to just turn everything off, shut my eyes, because it just baffles me. Like how people can still be sat there scratching their heads. But these people are more worried about their new house, phone, car, clothes, or being better than their neighbour. They're all in competition.
Yeah.
Listen, these demons have done it. Listen, all the the reptilians were good at lying anyway. They're compulsive lies. Yeah. When these bad boys, teamed up with them and had one over on them, basically.
Okay, so wait a minute, hold on, okay? We're going to talk about that in a minute. I have a couple more questions. I know people are going to be interested. I want to clarify these things. Okay, 2 more things. Number 1, you said there are videos of their adrenochrome harvesting and ceremonies and stuff.
Yeah, there is.
There are videos.
Loads. Not a few, loads.
Loads.
And there's all the famous people, rich people, and all these people, 78% are going to go, no, what, you're trying to tell me they killed kids and raped kids? No. Not them. But whatever it is, what's took over the body.
Right, because no matter, they have to be shown this stuff, because as you try to explain it, it sounds crazier and crazier, right? It's not them. It's a walk-in or whatever, you know. But that was another thing I was going to reiterate. That a lot of these people, they get killed right away as soon as they sign over the permission and they have to sign over for it to allow someone to either occupy one of their clones, I guess, or
the main deal was, when they came in, right, don't forget the 1800 what come in here were possessed by them. This is what
the 1800 reptilian.
Yeah, but the 18 what came in, bought like the top chief demons or like they came in. And
and that's next. Wait a minute, hold on. One more question, because I know you said this. I wrote this down, and you kind of blew past it. And I don't know if anybody else heard this or not. But did you or did you not say that JFK helped to that he was never assassinated?
No,
he escaped his own death, and that he got to work to. He helped form Q.
Yes. Okay. But JFK Senior was the first one to actually form like alliance with the galactic people. Yeah, because like I said to you, we should have all woke up a long time ago and just ransacked them all and got rid of them. Yeah, because as soon as 8 billion people wake up, they run for the hills. Yeah, they would run for the hills. You know what I'm saying? But listen, it's crazy. What's going to happen, man? This is JFK Senior, yeah? Listen, this man got the ball rolling. This man did. This man got the ball rolling. But what happened was, it was getting so out of hand, yeah? The people outside, they had to come in, they had to step in, yeah? Because by the laws, they want to help us. They can give us a little nudge or something like that, yeah? But they're not allowed to directly help us. Like, you see, when they showed me information, I could be pickled and it could do my head in for days, and they still won't look. They give me little pointers to look somewhere, and sometimes I'll be a bit scared, like, oh my God.
So what you just said is, let me just, because I think I understand what you just said, is that when you're getting information and stuff like that, they're not going to give you every bit of information, just like Q wouldn't give us all the information, would just push us in the right direction, but we had to find it out.
Yeah, but you see all this, I know about all this from a young age, but they haven't showed me all that until the last couple of years, sort of thing. Yeah.
So did you know it as space?
Because if if I knew it all then, back then, all of it,
Yeah.
they might have thought I was going to do it then. But
Oh, I
now,
see.
Linda, listen, all you people out there now, let me just say this one thing. You've got to show you. Listen to tell you. What's about to happen, yeah, in the next 3-4 weeks, maybe a little bit longer, is beyond your imagination, yeah? All these people who ain't going to bother me, is it going to affect me, who ain't got a clue? Listen, they want to grab your attention,
Yeah.
yeah? They want to grab 7 billion people's attention. And I'll tell you something else, there's a lot more people on the planet than what they tell you, yeah? A lot more. This is because of them taking people. So we never noticed how many people they're taking, yeah? It's
Right.
beyond, yeah? There's a lot more people on there, what you think. But,
well, so that was really important.
JFK
I wanted to
Senior,
know about that. That I did hear you right.
yeah,
That
JFK Senior, got the
JFK.
ball rolling. And listen, these are positive families, yeah? Listen, they're just as clever. They had a Project Looking Glass as well, yeah? So they knew what was going to, how it was all going to go down that day when he got, they see him. They knew where they was going to do it and like everything. Yeah? And that's why you see the two people in the front, they was positive ET.
Oh.
The two people dropped. One turns around and goes at that.
Yeah.
Watching, so it looks all like they're good people. They were good people. They could switch around. They get the last second and everything. But let me tell
You're
you,
talking about the guys that were driving the car
Yeah.
with positive ETs.
but, JFK Senior, I think he only died a couple of years ago, about 2 years ago, and that is when JFK Jr., his wife, Trump, and Diana took the full role. Boom, took the full role. Yeah, and listen, Diana, bless her, as much as she's seen how we're going to react, she's still nervous as hell. Yeah, still nervous as hell. Yeah, and I said in my head that she'll probably get it somehow, I don't know, or through another way, but she's got nothing to worry about. She will be the loved woman again, the most loved woman, because people are going to understand why she done what she had to do. Because if they didn't fake her death, they would have killed her, the Crown. Yeah,
Right.
and
Yeah, I've heard that that's the whole reason why she was born.
yeah.
to die.
They wept for a virgin to produce 2 hierarchy sons,
Right.
sons. Yeah, they would have been the new owners. See, eventually, Harry and William. Yeah, if he would have gone on, they would eventually become the overlords, the representatives of Orion. They would have become the overlords, and I think the Queen, the reptilian, what's been in that vessel, would have just gone back after I've done my job, sort of thing, gone back to the other hierarchies, on the other planets and everything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the two boys would have took over the show. Do you know what I mean? And this is what they do.
You can start now because you were telling me that outside Gateway 10, right outside Gateway 10. And remember, I don't know what you want to talk about first, because remember, we haven't talked about the dome yet. And how there's a lens over, because we got cut off.
Yeah.
We got cut off.
Can you see this over here?
Yeah, can I go over it as I know it, and you can correct me if I'm wrong? So right there, that's the Earth, and it's like light bulb shaped almost. And so, well, with the dome it is anyway. But without the dome, it's got a boat-like shape, like a boat craft. And so these are the domes on top. And the colored in one that's closest to the Earth's surface is blue, right?
That's the blue screen.
That's the blue one. And it's like plasma somehow that's been trapped in between ice.
Listen, when I was younger, you see, when they first brought the plasma TVs out,
yeah,
I sat there, I thought, is someone going to wake up?
So that's right.
It's an eyelid. That's an eyelid.
It's plasma, but it's contained by temperature or ice or something. Yeah.
But the sun, the reaction is from the warm light from the sun, and then with the cold light, it gives you a little sneak view, but not far. They use all the lenses to make everything look far away and close up and that. You know what I mean?
So what we're going to see when the lenses start to come down is that everything is a lot closer to us.
Now listen, this is going to be the bit what's going to freak most of the 20% out as well, right? And I love you 20%. You've been my saviour last few years. You've all been my saviour. Listen, there's a couple of ways, right? And I see this like a HD movie. It freaked me. I woke up. Like immediately, I woke up and I thought, I was gutted that I did. But that blue, when they put that one in, the reptilians and that, right? When they put that in, it was put in, like, you know, when you build something, you think, right, I'm going to put that in so it can never be moved. Yeah? I'm that confident, I'm not going to ever leave this place, I'm going to leave, yeah? It's like that. So basically, yeah, what I see, right, and it makes complete sense, right? And I think it's one of the things, one of the scariest sort of events, yeah, when they do it. But what's going to happen? They're going to freeze it. When they turn that off, yeah, when we have the blackout, right, they turn that off, right? And what will happen when that turns off, because it's sat on an ice ball, that plasma, yeah, right, 800-mile thick ice ball, 800-mile thick, yeah, right? That will freeze. Now, all you people don't talk about the cold shifts and cold periods and whatnot, yeah? You're living in a fridge, yeah? A caged fridge, basically. Yeah, they've been pulling it on you there. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, let me stop you for a second. Let me stop you for a second. Is that what that ice wall and that it's blue? Did they make it blue to look like a sky?
We cover it here, yeah? 3 ice walls. They wasn't all white. They wasn't all ice walls at one point. I mean, I think the other 2 lenses was sat on some sort of technology thing, yeah? But I don't think, because I've seen this, and it was about 1.5 million years ago, yeah? And it was all like, it wasn't cold, it didn't have much ice. See all here, that's all like forestry and like all like the mega,
like a terrarium, like a terrarium.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah. And also, I want to make sure people know that in between are other ice walls, and it's containing atmospheres that house other ETs, correct?
Yeah.
But they're not being housed as food.
No.
They're actually
you've got the rainbow children in it, but you've got them in here as well. You've got them in the mountains here with us.
What are they called?
The rainbow children.
Rainbow children.
What does that mean? Children. They're like South American looking. Yeah.
South American.
They got green, and I mean like green eyes, green. Yeah. And they're used. You see, when I was younger, I used to see them a lot because it used to ease me and calm me. Yeah. Because I've had about 15, 20 seconds experience. Yeah.
So let me stop you and ask you a question. So in this second ring of the Earth, which is flat on its base, and but it's a different kind of atmosphere, frequencies, all kinds of things that for these rainbow people and everything. I mean,
the ethers, magnetic fields, and the oxygens, and the oxygens in that, and them are different. They're a little bit different, yeah. And the reason for that as well is, listen, they went through great depths, yeah.
But are they hosted by the reptilians? In other words, the reptilians still have control over everything inside Gateway.
They have control, but the demons, they have a little bit of a foot ahead of them, though. Yeah. Listen, it's only because of the demons and they got this opportunity in the first place.
Okay, so you're going to talk about the demons in a second, but I want to get this clear. When this thing starts coming down,
what happened? That freeze. They freeze it, yeah. And us on this side, what you'll see like green, red lasers. Some people always awake and won't think they're like energy direct weapons, but they are. Well, they are really, yeah. But what are they going to do? They're going to cut big ice cylinders out of them, big ice cylinders like that. And all of a sudden, you'll see them go like suck this way, yeah. And it'll last for a bit. It'll last for a bit. It's thick. Yeah.
But you're saying we'll watch it go away? Like
you won't be able to miss it. You won't be able to miss it because there ain't going to be no clouds. Everything will just be put back to where it's and it'd be clear as crystal. It'd be cold for a little bit. I mean, like even in the Caribbean, it'd be cold for a bit. But they're going to do it as quick as they can. I think they are. They do it as quick as they can. They can leave little bits of it there. So I think.
So what's happening to the other? What's happening to the other beings?
I was about to say something and I got stopped. No, sorry, no, because it's plasma. No, they can't leave anything to spare because you can't let. That's a lot of plasma.
Yeah. But what's happened? Did they move the other beings from out of there? I mean, do they have to move these other beings from out of there?
No, because straight away, yeah, temporary, they probably put some sort of a thingy. Some sort of I think some of us, you see when that flash hits us, when this would be 2 huge motherships beyond the lenses. Again, lenses, yeah, the sun. Yeah, for you out there, no balls of gas. You can't have a ball of gas in here. If they can't control it, it can't be in it. You can't control a ball of gas and it's dangerous. Yeah.
Okay.
It burns to death. It's lenses. filled with plasma.
So they are going to, with all of this, having the flash and everything, it's going to neutralize all this so that these.
They're going to cut huge cylinders like this out, yeah. And when they do, when the lasers stop, all of a sudden, those things what you see cutting like that, they start to move back. They go like that, they move, and people will be shitting their pants, right? It will be moving like that slowly. Look a cork out of a champagne bottle, yeah, yeah. Because what they do, they suck it out and go push it out away. Yeah, so it evaporates out away.
And it does it like melts or evaporates.
When I see it as well, straight away I thought, yeah, it just makes sense. You know what I mean?
Okay, let me go over this again so I make sure people understand. So they're going to lift these lenses up off of our atmosphere, and one by one, and they're going to slowly lift out.
No. You're going to have a shitload of them do loads at the same time.
Oh, really?
You see just a few first, but then all of a sudden you'll just see it'll look like a Jean like festival. You know that French geezer who used to play the keyboard with all the lights. It'll look like that. Yeah, this will get people's attention. Yeah, and a couple of other little scares they're going to do. But when that cylinder is sucked out, and all of a sudden you see dark. Yeah, you're all going to see the biggest fucking motherships you've ever seen in your life.
Oh.
And we see these 15 babies, I think I've got it right. What's the name? The thingy woman, she probably might correct me. I might have missed one out, I'm not sure. But anyway, these three here are there.
You'll see them.
I could throw a stone at them.
Well, that's what you were saying. Everything's going to be a lot closer than we think it is.
But the Orion lines, see the Orion lines, yeah?
Yeah, the Orion lines, yeah.
I could get a catapult, yeah? Only figure of speech, I'm just trying to explain how close.
Yeah.
And I could hit them. Yeah? I could hit one of the fuckers on it. Yeah?
They're way closer than we know.
But this is going to blow everyone away, especially people who think they've got all these scholars and master degree people who think they know everything and that I'm just a nobody. Well, hold on a minute. I know a lot more than all you lot. Trust me on this one. And the reason why I've come out all guns blazing at this sort of time is because now you're not going to have months or years to wait to see if I'm telling the truth. It's just along the road, just coming.
Well, let me basically go over this so that you could talk about what's on the outside of this system that's inside of Gateway 10. And we talked about this. They dumped them here, but they dumped the reptiles here, or these reptilian things, because they're so awful. And they came in like Billy the Kid. They didn't come in with their tails between their legs or anything like that. They came in here and immediately started their jerry rigging and their Lucy and Ethel crap, where they're building this giant thing to trap us. They found us, and they said, hey, we can use this. And they immediately started jerry rigging the whole thing. And these discs, were these discs there already? Uh-oh. Yeah, there you go. There you are. I can see you and I can hear you.
Yeah, that's done it on its own then.
So yeah, okay, so you go. I'm going to stop.
It's to the good bits. That always happens when I'm just about to go to the good bit. That always happens. But yeah, listen. So they freeze the first two screens. Yeah, right. Listen, can you see this over here?
Yeah.
But asteroids, comets, balls of gas, floating rocks, spinning balls, stars, shooting stars, icebergs. This is all a plasma screen. This is all holographic. Yeah. When you're looking through your expensive telescopes and you look at all these fancy little planets, forget it. This is all bullshit. Yeah. Everything under that blue screen is a lie. I wouldn't be surprised if off was on and on was off.
Yeah, and I think it's important to say it again about the fact that it looks like an eye, and they can see through into us. They can see in, but we can't see anything above us. And that analogy in the Wizard of Oz, where the wicked witch, like Annie M can't. She doesn't know she's being watched, but they're the wicked witches, and she's spying, and that's exactly what they're doing to us, and they're telling us, like you said.
World of Oz, because it's the people who are going to die when they find out this setup. Yeah, they're going to like. It's a good job I didn't say it a little while back. No one would have believed. Well, everyone just thought I was off me nuts. Yeah.
But again, I think one of the most fascinating things that people need to really understand this is how they rigged this with these discs and this energy that they have going on, where they've got these.
See that technology they've got on the outside, yeah? They could be out of this gateway on another one of their planets, yeah? And they can see in.
So that's the all-seeing eye right there.
Yeah, all-seeing eye. Where, it don't matter what planet they're on, the reptilians, yeah?
It's bigger than you can imagine, which is what Q says. The all-seeing eye is bigger than you can imagine. It's this lens, just like in the Wizard of Oz, where they're looking in at us, and we don't even know where we are.
There's the pupil, yeah? Now, if you turn that up that way,
yeah.
Can you see what I've written there?
Well, I can't. You're off the screen now.
So, I'll just put there. To me, this looks like a back of an eye, what connects to the brain.
Yeah.
What connects to the brain, that bit, yeah?
Exactly.
And this is their negative force. So when all the positive comes here, it hits that, and it changes it, and it shoots out here, and we get all the shitty poison stuff in there.
Yeah, I think that has to do with their sigils and their Saturn, the hexagon. It gives off negative frequencies that affect our planet. So these sigils and stuff, and then all this screaming and these frequencies from their ceremonies and the blood spilling into the earth and everything, it all adds to this negative collection of energy, which then goes up into our dome. They're like gassing us with negative energy as well.
The moon sucks a lot of our bad energies, our depression, our anger, and like jealousy. See, jealousy and depression, anger. Like that causes, especially jealousy. Jealousy can cause like top frequency, like negative frequency for them. Jealousy. Like one of the worst things amongst us, jealousy. You know what I mean?
Well, all you have to do is
the reason why they poisoned our gland was one of the reasons so we can bullshit each other. Yeah, we literally telepathic. Yeah, all of us, even 78%. Yeah, all telepathic. Yeah, to a certain like distance sort of thing. Like, you know what I mean? We was all like, it's crazy.
Yeah, but you know what they did? They put our ego in the way of everything because we are narcissistic psychopaths. They've made us all into narcissists. And you know what happens when a narcissist is, when they get jealous or something like that, somebody's going to die. You know, it's like they get a narcissistic rage. And I think that's what they wanted all of us to just hate each other and be jealous of each other and angry with each other because of our egos.
Yeah, this is what they've done to us.
And they've got all this energy flow, this negative energy flow happening through this grid that he's got behind him. Those grays are programmed.
And them grays are very, very hard workers. They don't stop. Honestly, they do not stop. They don't stop.
Okay, so this is a good place to say that there are demonic entities out here outside of Gateway 10. And that the reptilians are afraid of them.
Listen, they possessed the reptilians. They possessed most of them. Yeah.
Well, you can go ahead and show people where they are on the map.
Like this dumping ground here. Let me try.
Yeah, I think okay.
Right.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
This dumping ground here. Yeah.
It's okay. It's up higher than. I can't see your. It doesn't go. Yeah. There you go. There you go.
So time is irrelevant to them on the outside and inside. Yeah. Like I said, when the EMF flash happens and we're all in low form for 30 seconds, the last 6,012 years is going to feel like 10 minutes. We're going to have a shitload of animals return from the inner earths. Yeah? Animals, what they've told you's gone extinct. No, they ain't gone extinct. They've just fucked off from all the poison. Yeah? Animals' heads are like compasses. They go where their body needs to be going to survive. Yeah?
What
and if there ain't a place here no more, they find the gateways. Animals know where the gateways are.
What
Most
happens?
Animals.
The baby in the woman, there's not a soul in that baby yet until that woman, the mother, gives birth, and the vessel hits the oxygen, the daylight. The soul will enter. Yeah.
Oh, that's
interesting. a baby's born every second because there's a soul coming in here every second. Your leaders and your legend celebrities, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, all these sort of ones there. These are all vessels snatched by reptilians, yeah. But you see, some of them, on a certain level, when they charge their soul over, they might get like a major, like a high up major, like demon, like a demon can produce small demons because all it is negative energy.
Okay.
Yeah? But controlled, very advanced, controlled negative energy. They can mimic anything they want. Yeah, they could mimic me and you and then kill you before you even knew it. Yeah, it's simple that. Look, I said to you, demons, they can pause the moment in time, but they know themselves they can only pause it for a matter of time because pausing time for too long is like, well, I know it's very, very dangerous. I know that.
We are all in this game
together. There's no schedule.
You are loved. You are loved. So don't be afraid.
You are loved. There's no schedule.
You are loved. You are loved.
When the EMF flash happens, and we're all in love for 30 seconds, the last 6,012 years is going to feel like 10 minutes.
So don't be afraid.
There's no schedule.
So don't be afraid. So don't be afraid.
You've been brainwashed in.
Don't be afraid of the love that you are.
You've been brainwashed in.
You are loved. 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 You are loved.
When the EMF flash happens, and we're all in love for 30 seconds, the last 6,012 years is going to feel like 10 minutes.
We are all in this game together. Together. Open your heart. Don't be afraid of the love that you are. You are loved.
Family flying from different places to one destination to get together. Together for always and never apart. Maybe for distance but never in heart. Family like branches on a tree. Our lives may grow in different directions, but our roots will stay as one. Together is our favorite place to be. And we call it family. And we call it family.
Why is the sky blue?
Because it's a plasma screen.
Because it's a plasma screen.
We got 3 domes over the top of us. Top of us. It's 2 lenses tied together.
Tied together. Tied together.
With plasma in the middle. They can see in.
They can see in. The out. They can see in.
The out. I'm the only one here in history to tell you why the sky's blue. Why the sky's blue.
I'm the only one here in history to tell you why the sky's blue. It's a plasma screen.
Just quick, Roshan, yeah?
Alright.
The last 30 years, what they've been offloading on me is humanity's information. It's not mine, it's humanity's information. Quick, Roshan, yeah? But everyone, listen, everyone who's been profiting on information will not be evolving. They won't be evolving this time round. This is like there's profiting and then there's profiting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of people over on YouTube. Yeah, who's
stealing your shit, huh?
But the thing is, Roshan, I'm not worried. Yeah.
Well,
there's shitloads of good people above our heads, and they're all aware.
I think the best thing you can do is write it down in a book and publish it. It's the only way.
But listen, other than that, yeah, I've been waiting ages for me and you to have a chat.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I watched Linda for a long time before, because like I say, through the years, yeah. Listen, Roshan, I've explained about looping quite a lot in one of the videos, yeah. But I've been looped here 3-4 times, offloading information.
What does that mean?
That means you see all these people who think they're psychic and mediums and tarot card readings and all that lot. It's got nothing to do with psychicism and all that sort of thing at all. It's to do with when you die and you get sucked up through that white trap, yeah. That white light trap, what it used to be, it was reptilian grey technology. This is the technology they use on their ships to abduct you from your houses. Yeah, you know that saying in films, and they go, "Don't look at the light, don't look at the light."
Yeah, right.
Because it draws you in.
That's what that is. I can't say, I can't say for sure because I don't have any evidence of that. But
listen,
I know for sure that we have been under control by these reptilian beings.
Yeah.
That the Grey has been being sent here to do their bidding.
6,012 years.
And about 6,000 years. Yeah.
To be exact, 6,012 years.
6,012.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard it's going to be 6,000 next year. So there's a lot of calendar shit that's all crazy.
Well, I'm the only one here.
Yeah.
Who can go back millions and millions of years. I mean, true millions of years. Not all this bullshit they've been
but
scamming every with the last 20 years.
Prove it, and that's the thing. That's the thing that's different with my research. I only use evidence. I only use evidence where I can go off of.
I proved it just in my first 3 videos, fella. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't seen them.
Listen, I'm the only one here.
Yeah.
In human history to tell you why the sky's blue.
Why is the sky blue?
Because it's a plasma screen.
It's a what?
It's a plasma screen.
A plasma screen. Oh.
We got 3 domes over the top of us.
Yeah.
Dome is 2 lenses tight together with plasma in the middle. They can see in, but we can't see out.
Huh.
They've been showing. Listen, they've been doing programs like Big Brother and all this sort of stuff, putting it in your face. You know what I mean?
I'm sure they're watching everything that everyone does.
But I'll tell you now, the reason how you caught my attention, Martian, because I will give it to you. You was the first one who I see what sort of suss that out on the outside of it. Yeah. All that above your head ain't what you think.
Yeah.
See them 3 domes over the top of us. They act like lenses. That's to make you think that everything's further away than what it is, but it ain't. When they move that first dome, realm 1 and realm 2 becomes one realm. You're all going to see what will be going on about.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I personally have a feeling that the stars are closer than they tell us they are, but that's all. I mean, that's just an opinion. As far as being able to prove that the sky is a plasma screen or any of that, I can't. But it's an interesting perspective.
Listen, when they brought out the curved plasma screen and started selling it to all the wallies around the world, I just couldn't stop laughing.
Well, I think that the moon is a hollowed out planet that was towed into orbit by some group of extraterrestrials at some point.
You're right. But listen, Roshan, everything round, everything, don't matter what galaxy, what gateway, what part of the universe, everything round is artificial. Yeah? Nothing's round. Nothing's round, fella. All right? Trust me on this one. Right? Every single word I've said, listen, I've had to keep a lot of information. For the last 30 years, the information I've had to keep in, but what I've gave out the last few months.
Right.
Yeah. Is well, it's made me feel happy. It's released a lot of pressure.
I think that
you're quite on it. You're on it with a lot of stuff. You see the alien interview?
The alien interview?
The alien interview, the one where they're interrogating him.
The EB3?
Yeah. That's a real alien, but it's a forced, staged interrogation. Yeah. So, listen, and the fella they're talking about, you know, when they're talking about this one man, can like destroy the planet.
Yeah.
That's Putin. They're trying to say, but listen, Putin's the number one white hat.
You think it's Putin?
Putin's the number one white hat. He's been working for Trump for over 27 years.
Oh, I have no doubt he's on the right side.
Yeah.
Considering all the Nazis and all the Illuminati trying to send in all the money. And
I'll tell you something. You see Ukraine, this Ukraine business.
Yeah.
Nothing's going on in Ukraine. Nothing.
Nothing. I think that they've been doing the whole adrenochrome harvesting thing there. I think that's the last stand where they've been doing it.
I'm just about to confirm what you're just saying.
Yeah.
4 years ago,
right?
Just under 4 years ago, Putin went into Ukraine. Yeah.
Yeah.
In 2 days, he liberated Ukraine. He took out the rest of the Khazarian mafia and the Nazi army, who was working for the crown and the bloodlines, etc. Yeah. Right. And once they was there, they saved nearly 62,000 children from the biggest child trafficking hub on the planet under Ukraine. But the media didn't. But the media didn't tell you that. They told you that he was a psychopath.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The media is doing that again with Russia saying that they're taking Ukraine children and twisting their minds and re-educating them, and it's Russia who's the problem.
No, Ukraine.
And, it's really sad.
Ukraine's been taking a lot of children out of Russia over the years. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. And they've been using the Russian mafia.
Yeah.
To do it.
Well, of course, the Russian mafia is satanic as well.
Yeah.
Many aspects of it are satanic.
Every last kingpin, big trafficker on the planet.
Yeah.
The heads of the mafiosa, Italian mafiosa, the heads of the cartels.
Right.
Don't matter what cartel is. They're all reptilian.
Yeah, they're all Illuminati.
Yeah.
They're all Illuminati.
Right. You see all the Nazis on the Holocaust camps during the World War II. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it bang on, but listen, all those Nazis on them camps are reptilian.
Right.
They were reptilians. They're in human form. Where do you think they got all these torture devices and all this torture mechanism from? Humans didn't know that.
Well, I personally met a reptilian with my own eyes, so I
have a few of them.
That they're real.
Yeah.
They're walking among us like they look like us, and when he met and he showed me, when his eyes turned to slits and he grew like 3 extra feet, and he was like above me, and I was like, oh, yes, sir. It was like, he was overwhelming, and it was intense, and I had no idea what was going on because I wasn't interested in this kind of stuff when I was younger, but I know for sure it's not just them. It's very multifaceted. It's very complex. And so what do you know about the Orion Group?
The Orion Group. The Orion Group. There's a few. I'll tell you what I even got them written down here. Yeah.
So what I heard was
you got the Altarians, the Amphibians, the Draconians, the Antarcticans, and the Butters.
You see,
These are all reptilians.
I don't. Yeah. You see, I don't have any solid evidence that I can definitely, say that all of these beings make up the Orion Group. All I can say is that the Draco are behind the Orion Group. Is there another species of reptilian behind the Orion Group? I don't know.
Listen,
but they are using the Greys to send the Greys here. So
there is higher reptilians. They're called the Omicrons. They're called the Omicrons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Draconians.
But I really can't. Until there's solid evidence to make that true.
And at the end of the day,
it's
right,
just
let me just tell you this. At the end of the day, it ain't really got anything to do with reptilians. It's the demons.
Right.
The demons, what possessed and fucked up the reptilians. Yeah. Right. Because before they come in here, they had this plan for about 100, 200 years before.
Right.
They come in here to take over. Yeah. And when they first come in here, the reptilians, I know this for a fact, because they showed this umpteen times. The first thing they done when the reptilians come in here, they opened up a portal from the second realm let the water into the first reel and flooded the place out, killed as many as possible. That's why Atlantis is underwater. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with any Bible verse.
But you understand, you understand what I'm saying, though, right? That for me to make it real, I need the evidence to make it real. I have evidence of Orion, even Draco. The only thing that I have evidence of Draco is actually real is the NASA logo has Draco star constellation in it, and the Space Force logo has Draco star constellation in it. Other than that, I have a ton of people's hearsay, writing, saying they're a part of the bloodline, saying it's Draco. You know, other than that, you know, the NASA logo and the Space Force logo having Draco in it is very significant. That's solid evidence that says, yes, that the humans are lying to those groups. So
now my evidence is like on a completely different ball game, completely different level to your evidence, Roshan. Listen, what they've shown me, right? Listen, I'm no fool, and everyone what knows me in the UK and in my sound, they know I'm no fool, right? I'm not stupid. All my life, from 19 years old, if I don't see it, hear it, smell it, you haven't got me. If it don't make sense, it's not true. Yeah, but when you're getting full-on clear visions for the last 30 years, I'm 47 now, yeah, right? Let me tell you, what's coming, mate? This is going to blow you away, Roshan, yeah? Listen, I'm going to tell you something now, Roshan. You don't even realise yourself, fella, yeah? You don't even realise yourself how you even worked out what you have, yeah? You subconsciously, listen, when you realise and understand the full weight of how everything works, yeah, subconsciously, light form weight, and all these other, listen, humans are so far in, they can't see out. They've been blinded. And I was impressed because with you, Varshan, you was the first one. I thought, hang on a minute, this fella is just about to work out why the sky's blue. He's going to work out the lenses, the domes over us. And you got to a certain thingy and you held up, but you blew me away. Because some of the World War II stuff.
World War II.
Listen, Roshan, on my children's lives now, mate, yeah? There's nothing I don't know on this planet. Right? I might only know the basic on it. You might come up with a lot more detail on it than me.
Yeah,
I don't know. But see, the World War II stuff, you shone quite a lot of light on. It joined a lot of to me.
Yeah, I'll never forget the day that it happened because I was going through all of the evidence. We have like a half an hour of these Nazi UFOs flying around and, you know, patents and shit. And I'm going through this stuff like, wow, this is incredible. They have this technology. How did they get this technology? Well, we also have William Tompkins up and down all day long. They were given the technology from the Draco, from the Alpha Draconian. And, you know, I was sitting there and I was like, you know, wow. So could you imagine if the Holocaust was connected in this in some way in a trade? And I was like, because I knew they were mutilating what they call it, mutilating, harvesting.
When you worked out and mentioned the Holocaust, Roshan,
right?
You was the first human,
right?
In the last 20 years, I thought, oh my God, this fella.
No, I was the first one. I was the first one to realize that the Holocaust was part of this trade that they had going.
Listen, and humans wouldn't have no technology.
And then I found evidence. And then I found evidence.
I know, but I'm saying if it wasn't for children, humans wouldn't have no technology. Full stop.
Now, people don't think it's evidence, but it is. With the Nazi death marches being the shape of Orion, their symbology will be their downfall, and that's what it is.
Listen, reptilians been re-engineering this place for the last 6,012 years to
their
benefits.
Yes.
Their benefits. A slavery and food source. That's all.
Yeah, I know.
All these luxury, nice things around you, all this unnecessary stuff they've convinced you that you need, it's just to keep you all sweet and distracted. Yeah? That's all it's for. That's all it's for. And they've ended up in it so deep, they can't get out. Yeah?
Yeah.
All the technology we got, no one would have no tech. You wouldn't even have a digital watch, if it wasn't for child trafficking. If it wasn't for child trafficking, you wouldn't have nothing. Yeah? Because you wouldn't be no use. you wouldn't be no use otherwise. So you wouldn't have nothing.
Who, me?
Anyone. All
Anyone?
humans.
Well, when I started out doing this research, I was contacted by extraterrestrials. They came to me, and a week later, the Nazca alien mummies came to light by Gaia TV. They're the two species that are totally two different species of extraterrestrial that were found in Peru. A week after that, I connected the little beings to King Akhenaten. They were the same species. And I looked through all of history, found them everywhere throughout all of history. Babylon, in Sumerian. In Sumerian times, you could see the little beings being at war with another group and being taken over by another group of extraterrestrials, which was probably the Orion group and the Draco. But
you see them little aliens?
Uh-huh.
You see the little aliens you're going on about?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Atkins or something, didn't they?
A10.
A10. You see them?
Yeah.
They are a species. They're groups of like advanced scientists, like species of aliens. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the group that about 13, 14 different galactic councils all come to an agreement to give the job to create humans for this realm.
Yeah.
But just as they created us and passed all, don't forget, they didn't knock us up in 5 minutes. It took many, many years. It did. 23 different DNAs.
70,000 years. That's what I heard. 70,000 years ago, and 70 different corrections. That's why there are all these different prototypes before human beings, like the Neanderthals.
Right. But once they cracked it, because you see Earth, right? You see the pole, the pole's like a valve, They can judge frequencies and electromagnetic fields to what they want in it. And the black sun used to sit at the bottom of the pole.
Oh, really?
The black sun acts like a negative battery.
Yeah.
Everything positive, that battery will change into negative, and it will blow up through the pole. I'll call it a valve. Yeah. And this will help benefit the fuck up and the bad energies what come from us.
Yeah.
That's what the black sun is. That's all the black sun is.
Well, I've heard different. I've heard that the black suns is one, the alien symbol and what the Orion group goes by, the black suns. But as number two, the black suns is also a human, like the Illuminati, black suns, like the Vril. It's one of these secret societies groups. And, I've caught a few of them.
Yeah, but they've took it, Roshan, right? Trust me on this one. They took it there.
Right.
Because the black sun is a tool. The black sun is a tool to this place they set up.
Right.
It's like a negative battery.
I've never heard that before.
It's a negative battery. It sits at the bottom of the planet,
Right.
The planet's flat. Underneath all the discs, there's 15, 16 discs in our gateway, And most of them you all think are stars, but they just zoom them in and out all the time, And at the bottom of our planet, Roshan, it goes like the bottom of a boat. And the reason why it goes like the bottom of a boat is so it counterbalances the planets. If they get knocked, it counterbalances. In the bottom of our planet, what goes like that, what counterbalances, that's where the inner Earths are. The place is huge, bro. The place is huge. It's the biggest disc in Gateway 10. And that's why they wanted to use it, because Earth's disc had enough space to split into 3 realms.
I honestly don't believe that, but it doesn't mean,
Roshan, mate, I've been
there's so much stuff.
Listen,
mate, I have no evidence of that.
I've been trying to tell you this for a couple of years now, mate.
Yeah.
I've been prepped for the last 6 months for 30 years, mate.
Right.
For 30 years.
Right.
You watched my videos, I've done them all in order. I've started from 6,012 years ago, all the way through, and I will get to eventually to this day today, and I'm also explaining what's going to happen before Christmas, and this is a million %. I've been prepped by about 17, 18 different councils, Ross, for the last 30 years. They've looped me back in and out 3-4 times, fella.
Yeah, you've had contact with them. You've had contact with them.
Contact.
Yeah.
Does Mr. Kipling bake cakes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about those contacts?
They talk to me how I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
They have done from 9-10 years old.
Oh really?
10 years old.
Yeah.
And the first thing what they used to do was was put me in moments. And when I was in these moments, I could never see my arms and legs. It used to freak me out. Don't forget, I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
One of the first moments they ever put me on, was on trains, black trains. It used to scare me to death. And these trains were full of children. Some of them screaming, some of them seemed drugged up, some of them just lost. And I couldn't get my head around it. I was 10-year-old. I couldn't get my head around it at all. Yeah. And when the Arcturians first used to come to me, they was the first ones. When I was younger, I used to love a children's program called Danger Mouse, right?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Now, an articulant who I call Aldo, I've called him this for years and years and years. When he first used to approach me, he used to mimic Danger Mouse. And the reason why they do this, is to gradually bring you in, because your high sensory, if you got a high sensory, all kids have got high sensory, but some high sensory kids, their sensory goes through the roof. Yeah. And you're looking at one of those kids, right? I'm not special. I'm a nobody, but I've passed certain things. What a lot of these troopers, people like Kerry Cassidy, David Wilcott, Corey Good, listen, all that information they bang out, right, comes from me. Me.
Oh yeah.
Me. Trust me on this. You're going to all find out in the next couple of weeks. You're going to all find out. You're all going to find out.
No.
Listen, I'm not here for a laugh. I don't profit a penny.
Well, I'm not. Listen, I'm not telling you that you're wrong or anything like that.
Know everything.
I just disagree, and that's okay.
Listen,
I believe what you're saying. I believe what you're saying because I've had contact. I know that they're real.
Yes. Listen, I haven't just said. Listen, they don't just come in at different. Listen, I've had many of them.
Yeah.
Listen, when you got a high sensory as a child, right, and you got certain parts of your brain activated, what some people haven't, because don't forget see the peanut band, it's covered in crystals. And what they've done over the years is turn them crystals black. They poisoned them. Yeah. Well, positives from a child, they've intervened. They've intervened a lot. Because some of us are quite significant here, And the reason why we're quite significant is because of what's about to happen. If you didn't have people like me around now in these last stages, everyone would be pretty fucked.
Yeah.
But what you got at the moment, you've only got a handful of me, but you've got the same old bullshitted truthers what's been around for the last 20 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll tell you now.
I know.
Every psychic, every medium, every tarot card reader.
Yeah, right.
Right. On the internet, even if they're not aware of it,
right.
Their information comes from me, Roshan. You will learn this in a minute, fella. You're going to learn this. I'll tell you. You're all going to learn this, right?
Well, I mean,
listen, Charlie Ward,
right?
Nino Janine, all the cavalry, all they got over there. And I'll tell you one thing and all while we're on this subject. Yeah, what pissed me right off. Yeah, is how Charlie Ward disrespected you.
Who, me?
He disrespected you, Roshan. He didn't appreciate you.
Oh.
He didn't appreciate you.
I don't mind. I mean, those guys.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
They wanted nothing to do with me because their subscribers got really freaked out when I started showing them the evidence of the Nazi UFOs, and I started talking about time travel, and they got all freaked out, and they got rid of me, and then told all of their friends, you want nothing to do with this person. So they cut me off completely, which is ridiculous considering I'm the first one to come out with this stuff with evidence. There's a difference between people's hearsay and someone coming up with hearsay and evidence to prove that this is what's going on in our world. And I think it's important.
Listen, I'm not on hearsay with evidence, mate. I've got about 13, 14 different galactic councils been coming back and forth to me since I was 10 years old.
I believe you.
But it's irrelevant. It's totally irrelevant who believes me. That's never bothered me from day one. Who believes me ever?
It's not easy because I've had traumatic encounters with these beings, so I know it's not fun.
I'll tell you something now, and I'll talk Linda and Blue this, and they know this. They've sussed me out. They know exactly who I am. I know every single last line soul on this planet. If I don't know you, it's because I haven't met you or seen you yet. Yeah. The only reason why I'm sat here talking to you now, Ryshan, yeah, is because I know what you've accomplished, yeah, and I know where you're coming from, and I know that a lot of people haven't appreciated it, and I know that it's nearly made you ill.
Yeah, it's made me very sick. Yeah.
Yes,
Very depressed.
I know it has.
Because I know it's it, and it's enough to say, okay, guys, time to tell the fucking truth.
Yeah.
And you have to look at the grand picture. It seems to me like, it seems to me like this positive group has been walking the satanic group into the direction of being totally boxed off.
Yeah.
They can't do anything. They can't get out of the box that they're in. They have to proceed in this one direction, and that's going to be the end for them. And I think it's this whole Ukraine thing. A few months ago, Christian, Nathaniel Rothschild wrote the UK Parliament saying we have to give more money to Ukraine. We have to put in everything we possibly can. Otherwise, we're going to lose it. It's going to be all over.
Yeah, let me just stop there a minute. You're talking about but who said that they said that?
Rothschild? Well, it was.
Listen, they're not around. They're all gone.
You think they're all gone?
They've been gone bloody 4 or 5 years, my mate.
Yeah.
Listen,
I don't believe
the
that.
only listen, the only ones left, Ryshan, the only ones left on this, in real one with us now are all the minions. And I'm talking police.
Yeah.
You know, all the minions in your everyday life. They're the only ones left, and they're totally unaware that they're all the ones who they're working for. Yeah. Some of them are aware.
A lot of people believe that, and I understand.
There's no one there.
I just don't have the evidence. I mean, I see people. I see people.
There, Ryshan.
You can believe that if you want to, but I'm
saying
I
don't have to believe it. I know it. I've seen it.
Okay, well, I don't believe that.
You don't.
I've seen
There's no one there.
The evidence, but I just don't think that's enough.
Ryshan, look at me. Look at my eyes.
Yeah.
There's no danger. The sheep don't know that. The sheep don't know that. And that's good because they're not meant to know that.
It would be nice.
There's no danger there. There's no danger there.
It would be nice if they were taken out already, and I hope they are. But it just doesn't feel like it. It feels like they're still there, and they're still.
You know how the whole of Hollywood was executed? Do you know that execution list when you see all the Hollywood stars on there, right? Listen.
Yeah.
Don't worry about all that. Let me just tell you.
Yeah.
This is how Hollywood was took out.
Yeah.
Right? And it's classed as an execution. That's what's on the execution list. Most of Hollywood wasn't executed at Gitmo or anywhere like that.
Yeah.
Most of Hollywood and all the big stars like in the UK here as well, like other places like Hollywood, with the big people.
Yeah.
All these people, the reason why the execution list went up to 2.7 million so quick.
I remember when it came out. I remember this person went to Gitmo. That person was executed.
How most of Hollywood was executed.
Yeah.
Right. 5 years ago,
right.
17 different nations, different nations, right, working with Trump and White Hats, they seized the biggest shipment of kill vaccines you've ever seen in your fucking. These ones would have done everyone in a couple of weeks, no doubt about it, right?
Yeah.
But at the time when they seized these vaccines, they was raiding a load of adrenochrome torture camps underground and up here.
Yeah.
But now listen, what they done was, what they was going to stitch us all up with, was tainted into the adrenochrome. This is why all the famous people around the world.
Yeah, I heard that too, but
this
just hearsay.
No. This is how they was executed. Listen, you're going to find out as well, Ryshan, that some leaders and your world's most trusted and loved, some of them people who's having an injection on the TV, some of them was fake needles, because they needed them to carry out their job for a little bit more longer. But let me tell you, some of them people, famous people, leader and rich people on the TV who was having shots, they was having their lethal injection before your eyes. Yeah? They was having their lethal injection on TV before your eyes. This is how it's been done. Listen, for the first 2 years, Ryshan, they even had Rommel death. You know what Rommel death is?
What is it?
You know what the Rommel death is?
No.
This is where they can go and jump off a building and kill themselves.
Oh.
But they've got to do it. That's called Rommel death. Yeah. But Trump stopped it after about 19, 20 months because all the ones. Look, you're going to see the lists of the different executions and that on the 10 days when they locked everyone up for 10 days. Yeah. That'll all be. And listen, see military tribunals. yeah, and on the motherships above your head,
Right.
You'll see proper shape shifting. Yeah, not
But
shape shifting what you see on here on the computer and like internet. No, you're going to see proper morphing. Yeah, morphing like you've never seen in your life before.
I don't know. I just don't have any evidence of the whole Gitmo thing, and so and so has been executed, and so and so. I mean, you can believe that if you want, but
I don't have to believe it.
I've seen it. I remember when it came out. I don't know. So it's the same thing with the solar flash. I don't believe that's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen.
Don't worry about the solar flash. Listen,
I'm
you know
not.
what the solar flash is? Roshan, do you know what a solar flash is, Leo? Do you know what that is?
Well, yeah,
No,
a solar flare.
You know what the sun is? Do you know what the sun is?
Yeah, I believe it's a electrical discharge.
What, a ball of gas?
Electricity.
No, it ain't.
Well, I've heard that it's electrical.
No, it's not. I showed you this when I was about 12 years old. I know what it is.
But I can't prove anything.
The sun,
yeah,
a set of lenses filled with plasma.
Mm-hmm.
You see, when the sun starts turning white, this is where they've offloaded the plasma into certain mineral grounds around the world to embed their gold. Yeah, the sun is their gold supply. Yeah, the sun is a set of lenses filled with plasma. When that sun turns white, all they do is pull up round the back of it and fill it back up with plasma, just like your plasma bulbs in your TV. And the moon directs the sun. The moon pulls the sun. Yeah, everything you've been told, and everything. Listen, and I'll tell you the most maddest, funniest thing about it all as well. Fuck evidence. Don't worry about evidence, Roshan. Yeah, right. Listen, tell you, I've been showing the same thing over and over again from a kid. And I've been laughing at humanity for years because it's just in your face every day, but people don't see it. Yeah.
Well, my
don't worry about evidence.
Off of the evidence,
because everything I've said, every single word I've said for the last 30 years, especially the last 6 years, I haven't been wrong. Right? And don't worry about evidence, proof, showing you, saying you, and knowing the detail and knowing who. Listen, Roshan, mate, I am on a totally, completely different level to you. You got, listen, no disrespect to you, mate. You're a lovely fella. You're a lovely fella.
That's fine.
Talking about evidence.
Yeah.
Evidence can be played with. Evidence can be mistreated. Evidence can be changed. Fuck evidence. Evidence ain't worth a bolt. Use your own eyes and ears.
Yeah.
Your own eyes and ears. If your eyes don't see it and you can't hear it with your ears, yeah, right, then fuck it. Why are you going to believe it? Why are you going to believe someone? Yeah? Why are you going to believe someone who you don't even really know either? Yeah?
Yeah,
what
right.
I've been saying the last few months, yeah, like, is accurate. It's bang on. I was prepped for the moment. There's a couple more of us there. I haven't come forward yet. I know who they are. One of them's a Dutch girl. Yeah, she's about 47, nearly 50 years old. I don't know what she's playing at, but she should be out and about like me by now. And another one is from South America. He's Peruvian, and I don't know where he is. I think he is around, but he's on a non-English speaking internet channel, or whatever. I've seen him even. I've actually seen him. But listen, there's a few of us. Roshan, mate, you gotta pull yourself forward more, mate. You're more intelligent than that.
Well,
don't be stuck in the same mud.
Listen,
Listen,
it doesn't matter. Overall, I can definitely say that aliens are real, and that humanity has been under attack. And I can definitely say that based on the evidence that I've researched. What I'm saying is that I can't say that what you're saying is.
Listen, I knew about crop circles. I knew about crop circles. Yeah. When all you lot were still scratching your asses, when the CIA was paying farmers to tell you all it was them.
Well, I started this research about 5 years ago.
Yeah, they say no more. That's what I'm saying.
And we have evidence on video of them making the crop circles.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's real. And we have
it's real. Listen, do you know how they done the Twin Towers?
Yeah.
How?
It's how they did it.
How did they do it?
I think they put explosive in there. I think it was mostly explosive.
That was rigged.
I've heard a few things.
That was rigged with C4. They used C4, but
C4. But they used holographic airplanes and flew holographic airplanes into them. And then what I heard was a space laser hit them, and
Listen, I've explained it in detail. It's easy.
Yeah.
It takes about 3 minutes to explain how they've done it. Right. You know about certain species of spacecrafts.
Mm-hmm.
You know the egg ships, what they use to do the crop circles with.
Well,
the reptilian, you know, the reptilian like egg craft ships, but the Grey use them a lot as well. It's the Greys what do the crop circles, right? Well, you see them ships, the exact ships, yeah, they used 5 of them to pull off the Twin Towers, yeah. You had 3 of them in the sky, in a triangular formation, yeah. What gave off lasers, holographic lasers,
yeah.
What hit the 4th egg ship, yeah, what formed the 4th egg ship into the hologram of an aeroplane, and then you had the 5th egg ship on the other side of the building, because the holograph, the one that had the hologram on it, flew through the building, hit the sensor button in the middle of the energy direct weapon, what was planted through the middle of the building, not just C4. This is why that building turned to dust in midair before it hit the ground. It was energy direct weapons, yeah? That is it. No aeroplanes, no drones with holograms on them. This was 5 reptilian crafts, and they've done the same for the first one and the same with the second building. That is it. That's it, mate. Yeah? Listen, let me tell you, the world's so-called most intelligent person on this planet, yeah, thinks he can go back thousands of years, all these archaeologists and historians. I know that all the real artifacts was dug up a long time ago, and they put all fake fossils in and all fake artifacts. They even go through the extent of building underground tombs, underground cities. So when us plonkers come along and find it, that will throw you off still from the real thing. These people ain't stupid, Martian. The lengths these people go through to hide stuff is beyond your imagination, fella.
Yeah, no, I've been watching. I've been watching the Pentagon come out and say stuff. I've been watching the Pentagon come out and say stuff, and it makes me want to throw up. It's awful.
What's it?
Awful.
Right.
But did you hear about Orion 23?
No.
Orion 23?
No, tell me about it. I will.
Yeah. NATO got together with France, and France got together with a whole bunch of other countries, United States, the UK, Netherlands, Spain, a whole bunch of other countries, and held a pre-strike into Ukraine, into Russia. They're doing war games, and this was about 2 weeks ago. NATO named them Orion 23. I mean, if it couldn't get any more clearer, with who they support. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but
Orion 23 is what they named it.
Thing is, I can't concentrate properly. I'll tell you why I can't concentrate properly. Because I know that all what you've mentioned so far ain't there no more. It's gone. All the danger, all the hard work, it's gone. Russian.
You think there's nothing going on?
No. Listen, when they started this plan from day one, they worked from the top of the pyramid down. They're at the bottom of the pyramid now. Do you know what the bottom of the pyramid is? The minions. The foot soldiers. Yeah.
But that's
the reason why. Listen, the reason why they've left the minions to the last bit.
Right.
On the 10 days of darkness, when Marshall Law comes in,
that
little lot will be like a piece of piss.
So what is going on? There's no war going on?
No, there ain't no war going on now. Russian. Do you know what? I'm blown away that you're not awake to that bit, fella.
No, I don't agree. I don't agree.
There's
because
no
I have
war going on at all. Listen,
I think it's dangerous to think that.
Listen,
that nothing's going on, that it's all fake. I just think it's very dangerous to be.
All the other discs. Listen, there's 14, 15 other discs in our gateways. Yeah, they've all been liberated. Yeah, these are the other the reptilian occupied places. What was in our gateway? Yeah. There's been a war outside. Yeah, for 6,000 years as well, Russian. Yeah.
I have no evidence of any of that.
No, I know.
And until it comes to light, maybe they were all taken out 4 years ago.
No, it's all.
I wish I could say for sure.
No, I know for sure.
Okay, that's for you.
No, well,
I can't
Yeah.
say anything about that. But you know, it's not about Q.
I'm quite,
Q has never said anything about them being taken out 4 years
they're
ago.
all gone. They're all gone.
Q has never said that,
Listen, the Crown
right?
was took out like 2019. All the danger, yeah, was gone. If they wasn't arrested, they was all killed trying to escape. A lot of them was all trying to escape to Australia, to the last porthole out of it. They wouldn't have escaped nowhere anyway, because the Galactic Alliance and other councils put a barrier up around Gateway 10, so no reptilians can come in and none of them could escape, because they was all being tried for crimes on humanity on all the other discs as well. Yeah, that barrier had been put up since just after Trump beat Hillary. They put that barrier up. Yeah, right.
What about the double cross?
You know what? I am totally blown away that you're not aware of this, Russian.
It's not.
All this stuff. Hang on a minute, because I'm baffled.
Yeah, that's
All
fine.
this stuff, all that stuff, and all that information is
Yeah.
worked out.
Right.
What no one else has worked out,
Yes.
and you haven't worked all this bit out.
Yes.
That is blown me away.
Yeah, I haven't worked any of that out because I've found no evidence to it.
That's nice.
And I'm the best. There's nothing like me.
I wouldn't go that. I wouldn't say that, Russian.
I figured out World War II and found evidence to them trading the
Yes,
Jews.
but Russian fella, listen.
That's
everything you worked out. Listen, on my children's lives, everyone who's watching, hand on my heart.
Yeah.
Everything you worked out.
Yes.
Everything you know.
Right.
Everything you've done on your own. What's made you ill?
Right.
I've known since I knew all that at 10, 12 years old, Russian. I've known it all, and you got some of it wrong. Yeah, you've got about 45% of it wrong, mate.
Okay.
Yeah?
Well, I wouldn't say wrong,
Yes.
but
No.
I mean, I was going to say that we
listen, because we're on it now, because we're there and we're on it now. Yeah, I've got to tell you, yeah, because I like you. I've got to tell you.
All right.
45% of what you think you've worked out is wrong.
Okay.
You've done a good job on the rest, but it's wrong.
Well, that's your opinion, and that's
not my opinion. Listen, Russian. Listen, I've got over 14.3 million people watching me across this internet at the moment, right? Let me tell you now, as it stands now, this day today, right? Trump Alliance, Trump camp are all aware of me. They've been aware of me for a long, long time. Let me just tell you something now. As this day stands today, right? I am the most forward, the most awake, the most intelligent, the most knowledgeable person in Realm 1 now as it stands. And I've proved it for years, especially the last 6 months. I've proved it hands down.
Okay.
Now you today have blown me away.
Okay.
I thought you was more ahead of it than that. But what your problem at the moment, Russian, yeah, at the moment, yeah, you're stuck in a walk. You're stuck in this walk with all this evidence and that, right? And you can't get out from where you are. It's making you ill. It's making you ill. It's making you ill. You need to snap out of it, fella. I'm here to help everyone. I'm not here to battle with people. Yeah, and you, listen, trust me, I love you to bits, fella. Look, I don't like Linda and Blue, I tell you. I don't like a lot of people because I know what a lot of people are. Yeah, I've looked you from day one.
Listen, if you want to believe in what you believe in, that's up to you.
Listen, in another couple of weeks
about it, that doesn't mean anything. I might not see differently than you. That's all.
Yeah. But if you say that you've had a couple of visits, I have. Enough, you should near enough. But sort of like you should be near enough on the listen. I've been. They've looked me here. I've been here for like I've been here for like. I was one of the first souls before the reptilians came here. I was one of the first souls to come in Gateway 10 and to experience physical life. Yeah, the first few million what come in here, I was part of that. Yeah, and I still am now, mate. Yeah, and the knowledge and history. Listen, I can go back millions of years. The most intelligent so-called person on this planet thinks he can go back. But listen, he can't go back 400 years. Yeah, been a university, college, private schools, all these master degree. Listen, they've been thrown off. They've been palmed off. Yeah, listen, I've been debunked big time the last 2 weeks, and I'll tell you why I've been debunked the last 2 weeks. Yeah, because I put a massive dent in profiting. Yeah. What people's been bullshitting about the last 20 years, I've crushed it all in the last 3 months with truth, with sense, reality. Yeah. You don't have to believe something. You use your own like, savvy, your own eyes and ears, your own heart. That will tell you. You listen. You should know a liar. I know every liar. You're not a liar, Arshan. That's why.
No, I go off
about
what I can see, and what I can see is that no one's been taken out yet. They're at war with each other still. It's still ongoing, and when they can't go any further, that's when it will chop the heads off.
You know, one of the first
and then the truth will come out. There wouldn't be any reason for it to drag on like this.
Listen, the first attack on the reptilians, was on the other side of the screen, out there. But the first attack here was this. They blew massive holes in the bottom of the ocean, and let the water in the ancient dams deep down, They drowned them. They drowned them out. And listen, can you remember going back about 6 years ago, right, when all the naval, the military at sea, what they call it, all like the battleships and all that from different countries. On the news here in the UK, they were saying, many nations all linked, coming together. They're doing like an exercise at sea, and there's shitloads of them. And I mean, you've never seen so many battleships on the ocean ever in your life before. And the reason for this was when they blew the holes in the bottom of the ocean and flood most of the reptilians and the greys and all the other demonic species out, what was down there at the time, well, some of them obviously was going to try and escape, and try they did. And this was what happened. The reason for all the battleships at sea was when they was all trying to escape, they was all flying out of the water in their crafts, and as they was flying out of the water, they was getting shot down by, I mean, thousands of different battleships. Every single UFO craft what come out of that water, what was trying to escape, didn't make it half of a mile.
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
Down, right?
I've never heard that before.
Explain every single scenario and how they worked down and took everyone out, all of them. Like George Soros was killed trying to escape, and do you know what he done as well?
What's that?
He grabbed about 9-10 children and tried to use them as a human shield. And 3 or 4 of them children got shot because of that bastard. But he was killed, But what they do, because they're not human, they can sit them on ice, And the reason why they're sitting them all on ice and trying to keep them all alive was because they wanted to try them in the court against crimes in humanity and execute them. They haven't just been executing them down here, Russian. They've been executing them on motherships the size of cities up there. Listen, the EMF flash, right? This is how it's going to happen. It's the only way it can happen. You're going to have 2 huge motherships the size of cities sat beyond the sun lenses. They're going to fire into them lenses full of plasma. That, because you see the sun, the front lens of a telescope is flat and then it rounds out at the end, doesn't it? It's flat and then the other side is sort of rounded, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the shape of the sun, like a fisheye lens at the front. Yeah. When they fire this technology into their lenses, what you lot call sun, ball of gas or whatever you think it is, right? That will give off the biggest EMF flash ever seen before. But don't forget, they're not going to remove the firmament until they've done the EMF flash, because they need the firmament there to work with the sun lenses. And don't forget, we live in an optical illusion. There's shitloads of mirrors and lenses up above your head, right? They can create 4 different suns by using lenses.
I've never heard that. I've never heard this before.
I know, because you won't hear it, because no one else knows it. Listen, you're going to get your head around this in a minute, Martian. I am only here for one reason only. To prep, cushion the blow, and explain all about the 30 seconds of listen, everyone, we're going to have a worldwide near-death experience. You've got to have a near-death experience because every soul on the planet has to be in light form for it to shift. Light form can't stay in a vessel during a shift. It can't happen.
Anything's possible.
No, that can't.
I don't know.
No, that can't happen. No. Light form can't stay in its vessel during a shift. No. That's just like stopping time. You see, demons are the only negative and any sort of energy what exists in the universe what can stop time, what can stop the moment. But they know they can only do it for a certain amount of time.
They can do that. Yeah, they can do that.
Yeah, they will. Positives won't, because they're not psychopathic. They won't risk to do this. Listen, the reptilians have broke so many galactic laws. Yeah, it's just beyond. Yeah, and the laws what they've come in and gradually give humans and made normal to humans is like you know a bit of that yourself, Roshan. It's just beyond. You know what I mean? What they've made humans think is normal. Yeah, is like listen, positive extraterrestrials to get their kids to sleep at night. Yeah, they tell them stories about this place. Yeah. There's no seven heavens, no seven hells. There's only one hell, and we've all been living in it for 6,012 years. Plural, full stop. That's it. Yeah? Heaven is fifth dimension and upwards, where we should all be. Yeah? Every single soul originally came into Gateway 10 for one reason only. It was designed for us to experience all aspects of physical life. Yeah? When we have the EMF flash and that hits you, yeah, that's going to activate, that's going to fix your fifth DNA and activate the crystals on your pineal gland. Therefore, you're going to have flashes of previous lives. Yeah.
Okay.
What you're meant to have in the first place. You're meant to experience your previous lives to make your mistakes up when you come back again.
Maybe.
Yeah? But what the reptilians and Greys done, they fitted an amnesia vortex. So when you die, that vortex will suck your soul up. By the time you come out the other end, you're none the wiser. But sometimes when you come out the other end, when you hit about 8, 9, 10 years old, the positives intervene, and what they do is they loop a memory in your brain, right? And some people, listen, psychic mediums and all that lot, they're just that's human language. These words don't exist out on the other side of that lens. That's just language what's been formed on this side in here with us. Yeah, none of it exists. Just what we know, right? No one's.
What is
telepathic as well, Roshan? And the reason,
I know.
right? And
I know
the reason why they took our telepathy away was so we could all lie and bullshit each other, rob each other, rape each other, kill each other. Yeah, we would never see it coming. Yeah, if it was all telepathic, we'd all be living in a fifth dimensional world because everyone would be all peace and harmony.
Right.
Yeah? If I was going to kill you, you'd know about an hour before.
Right.
Yeah, but that was
that's true. But
they tuned your brain to 2.2%. Yeah, and then all the rest of their technologies and mechanisms they brought in to brainwash and poison you. Yeah, it's just beyond. And when you all find out you've got a plasma screen over the top of you, yeah, and they can see in and you can't see out, right? Yeah, and Halley's Comet, shooting stars, icebergs, everything you see flying around in that space, airspace above your head in this side, don't exist.
Well,
the only thing what exists are UFOs and military UFOs. And you know yourself, Roshan, only 2-3% are the real thing. Yeah, most of it's military on exercise. Do you know what I mean? Trying to scare the public and shit like that. You know what I mean? And you know a lot about that. So
yeah, I think there's more UFOs.
Listen, I ain't done this thing with you to be able to you because I love you, mate.
All right. That's fine. Hey, listen, you're entitled to your own opinion. If you want to have an opinion on the way things are, that's up to you. Okay? It has nothing to do with me. It's not going to change my mind. I'm
very, very surprised.
You know, that's very nice that you believe that stuff, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to say that. Yes, I agree with you because I have no evidence of that. You understand?
That stuff to me, the stuff that I'm talking about, what you said, well, look, I think there is a bit of a war going on. That to me, is laughable.
Right.
Because I've known for many years each step it's took for the last. Listen, see when Diana, you know, when they faked Diana's death, right? The second day, I had the articulant come to me and say, Christian, don't panic. She's okay. You're going to learn more as the years go on. Yeah. And I thought, whoa, hang on a minute. And it's the same when they sold Maddie McCann. The second day, I knew she got sold. The second day they sold that girl, and it wasn't on the time they said it anyway. It was fucking 2 weeks before. This is to throw all the public and everything else off. Yeah. Same scenario with John Bonet. Yeah. It's all the same parents. They're all members of cults.
But you know, I only go off of what I can prove and what I can't prove. And I've looked into that, and I didn't see any proof.
You won't see it. You won't see it.
I don't.
My information.
I don't see it.
My information and visions come firsthand from the other side of the screen. Your information and evidence comes from in here, what's been played about with by deep state hackers, people trying to throw you off. Listen, see people like David, all these people who most people have been believing for years, like Kerry Cassidy, Pete Peterson, David Wilcott, all these other people, even that fella, see that bald fella you speaks to from the Navy, the Army, what's his name?
Jaco.
Who? No, not Jaco.
Michael Jaco.
No, not him. He's the one who he does the UFO programs on the CBS channels and that, doesn't he? What's his name? Was he something to do with the Air Force on controls? Bald dead. Yeah, you shows his video all the time, doesn't he? When he starts telling people about
John Lear, John Cooper, Bill Cooper.
No.
I don't know.
He tells you about I'll tell you what else he tells you about. He's telling religious people that like you're gonna be a little bit upset, like
Elizondo.
Yeah. See that man?
Lou Elizondo, yeah.
There's some truth.
He's the head of the department, the head of the
he tells you a little bit of truth, yeah. Okay. But 70% what he's telling you is throwing you all off. That man ain't good, mate. He ain't a good. He's not on our side. He will not be evolving.
Well,
everyone, listen, I'll tell you something now. I'll tell you. Let me just sum it up like this minute, Roshan, right there. Anyone on this planet who's used my information to profit over the last 40 years or 30 years, yeah, even if they're unaware of using my information, yeah, they will not be evolving. They will not be here on the shift. They'll be cut off to the place where they'll all go to evolve. Because when this shifts into a fifth dimensional planet, yeah, you cannot have no negativity here, not even 0.1. And there's a lot of negativity amongst the 78%, the sheep, and that's going to be there for a long, long, long time. It can't stay here. Yeah?
I don't know what's going to happen, but I think good things are going to happen.
I do. I've known for. I'm on 46 now, so yeah, 46.
I'm 42.
I've known for 33 years. This was all meant to have happened in 2016.
12. Oh.
It happened in 2016. Listen, when you all find out who the Trumps and Kennedys and Lincolns and Assanges and Teslas and all these other positive families, when you all find out who they really are, yeah,
right.
They've been here keeping the balance with 13 bloodlines. And don't forget, there's 6 more bloodlines above them 13 bloodlines what people are aware of. There's 26 bloodlines above the draconian bloodlines are Omicron reptilians. These are the daddies. These are the ones with wings, what their wings work. Yeah? You know, the big ones with the wings, their wings work. See draconians with the wings?
Yes.
Things don't even work.
Well, listen, I heard that in 2016, the Dracos, the positive aliens, showed up here and erected something around the solar system called the barrier.
Yeah.
And they captured the Alpha Draconian living here.
Yeah.
And they forced them to leave and let them go back to Draco, but had to surrender the entire Illuminati below them. And they did.
Have you seen the map? Have you seen the map behind me? Have you ever seen it behind me?
No.
No.
Do you have a website?
Bloody hell. Go on Linda's McAllister TV.
Yeah, I've seen some of those videos and they're terrible of you, very choppy, chopped up.
This is how I talk. Listen, you haven't seen the map.
No, do you have a good picture of it? You want to send me a couple of pictures?
Let me skip on through it. Can you see that? I'll put the barrier around it and everything.
Right.
But see there? Wait, where's my hand? See my hand?
Right.
Yeah, I've got it all like that. See, that's the barrier.
Right.
Yeah, look, I've put there, look, it says, look, I'll read it now. Listen, there's no one on planet Earth that got that map behind me. Yeah? No one.
Well, so
the barrier was put up by the Galactic Federation. The reason the barrier going up was stopping them to escape. Yeah?
Okay.
Because listen, where do you think David Wilcock got this bit of information from? Yeah, this makes me laugh, this dude.
That's where that's where I got it from, was David Wilcock.
Yeah, but David Wilcock, right? He went about the royals, the crown and that, yeah?
Right.
What happened was, when Trump come to the UK, they said, like your days are numbered, yeah?
Right.
They turned round to the White Hats and Space Force and that, and they went, listen, if you let us all go, we'll give up all the ones what's been selling you out, all the 2-3% what's been selling you out, yeah? all like the human changed like vampires, all the hybrids, all the child kids, all the ones that's been causing the mayhem, like that, yeah. And they and went, no. It's all right. We already know, and you're not going nowhere because there's a barrier up. No one's coming in, no one's going out. You're going to be tried for crimes on humanity.
Yeah, that's what it is.
These are the days you see, like people like Henry Kissinger, you know, all the old boys who's been in. Yeah, they was all took out during the first days. You see the Pinder, Jacob Rothschild. He was took out. He was took out before the Crown.
Oh,
That's why I'm blown away, Austin. I can't believe where you've like paused that. You've sort of like gone flying along.
Well, I know that. I know that.
Along, and
I know that there. Hey, I know that there has been a shakedown of the Illuminati. To say who's taken out now and taken out, then I don't know.
Do you know anything about
Hello?
Do you know anything about the Bermuda Triangle?
Hello? Christian? Hello? Hello? Whoa. I guess I lost him.
Listen, all you YouTubers, that ain't Russell Brand. Russell Brand was gone a long time ago.
Okay. Right? Well, that's what I was wondering.
He's just there to make everything look a little bit normal. It's a clone. It's not him. Yeah. And you should have all worked Russell Brand out when he married Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Russell Brand was Katy Perry's second handler.
Yeah.
That's why they married.
I've been looked 4 times, and all 4 times they've kept me away from wealth.
Oh.
And that's for a reason. That's for a reason. Because wealth in this world is very dangerous, and you can be lured. And I've passed the test all 4 times. Yeah.
Okay, you guys, I'm here with CHRISTAIN21. We've been having a great conversation, very fascinating. And I said, hold the presses. We've got to start recording this. So you were pointing to something just now, and you were going to tell me about it. I have a question for you anyway, because just to get us started and bounce off what we did last time, I want to know. Now, you talked about Gateway 10, which I can see clearly on this new graph that you've made up there at the top. And I want to know, it's artificial. You said that. But
This is the barrier. Yeah, this is the barrier. David Wilcock has mentioned it a few times. Yeah. And the Galactic Federation Alliance put that up to stop the reptilians escaping and to stop them entering, to back them up on that.
But before that happened, they came into Gateway 10. And I want to know, they came in through Gateway 10, the reptilians did. Yeah. Did they Did you say that they blocked off other portals and they came in through Gateway 10 and that no good energy could come in through Gateway 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see these vortexes here? Yeah. That's not the. I've only put one vortex in each one just to give you like a rough idea how they're connected. But they're all different vortexes in and out. See the other thing as well. See the difference between gateways and portals. Yeah. A gateway, yeah, is used to go planet to planet. A portal is to basically portals. You see when all us lot who shift, yeah, and when we remember everything, when we go to the 5th dimensional, transportation. Yeah, will be most of us will travel through portals. Like,
okay.
They're just everywhere. Like, have you ever seen them videos on YouTube and that sometimes? And all of a sudden, someone just walks out of nowhere. And yeah, but that's true. They're just coming out of another dimension, in and then out. But they're used to it. That's like an everyday thing for them. That's like water off a duck's back. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they probably realised they came out of dimension and just walked out of it. Like they know.
So, are you saying that gateways are different from portals, and that? Gateways,
portals are used more frequent for transportation. A gateway, yeah, is a lot bigger. Usually, they use a gateway to probably use a gateway to get the moon in it. It's big.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, but that's the difference. That's the slight difference, really.
And
a
also,
portal,
it seems
you
like
see them
portals. It seems
Sorry?
like portals go from inside a smaller space, shorter transportation, whereas the gateway goes out into the larger galaxy.
But where are you? Where are you, Florida? So you're in Florida, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm over by Tampa, but I'm in Venice.
Yeah, so say you wanted to go to New York, somewhere like that, yeah. You'll get there in seconds. You just go through the porthole, boom, you're there. That's how it should have been in the beginning. Listen, I'll just say one thing to everyone, yeah. What happens at the end of all this won't be for everyone, and I think most of the 20% do know this. Yeah? It's not going to be for everyone, yeah. You've got a lot of selfish people, good people. Yeah, it's not their fault. It's how they've been programmed, yeah. But it's been embedded into them, the selfishness and the competition, wanting more than your neighbour and all that sort of thing. And especially when the 20% are looked at as nobodies to the rest of the people because they're not smart. Right. If you're hearing me, yeah? We all good? Yeah? We're in, aren't we? Yeah? Yeah. Can everyone hear me all right? Yeah? Yeah. Southern girl, you can hear me, yeah? Are we all good? This is all new to me, this live thing. Yeah? Yeah. Everyone thumbs up. You can hear me, yeah? Brilliant. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, brilliant. Right, we've got everyone coming on board now. I've just been watching the CBS channel. All these murders they plough you with, like 24/7, to throw you off the real murder, off the real stuff, what's going on. Yeah. They think they know about serial killers, where they come from. Wow. Oh, sorry about that. Right. Wow. We should start. Everyone got this behind me, yeah? Because we all know now, well, like I say, last few months, the information what I've been dropping, no one would have known. No one would have known that, yeah? What I've got to explain is, the art of war, you've got to know a little bit about the art of war, yeah? There's never one plan. There's always 3-4 plans, but all the plans do the same thing. They're all good. The plan what's being executed, yeah, ain't the one what all the people say no names, yeah, because I promise I won't say no names. All the people earning all this money off all this misinformation. Yeah? Don't forget, everything's being controlled by the White Hats, yeah, and that's why they've got all these profiteers under NDAs, so they can tell them what to do, yeah. But I'll assure you all now, the White Hats are taking them all for a ride as well, all right. And all this financial system, what everyone's been told about, there is a new financial system, but that's like one of the surprises for everyone at the end, the transfer of wealth. But when you go into the next world, finance is irrelevant. Yeah, it's not everything. Everything here, everything under this blue screen, you won't find anywhere else in the universe. This is the setup. You know what I mean? You can all see, look behind me. You know what I mean? Yeah, it all starts from up here, look. This demon like planet. But by now, hopefully, most of you have all got this map. I gave it to Blue and Linda. You've got to be careful. I have to be careful first because there's quite a lot of information here. What no one knows, what not a lot of people know, and they feed this and mix it up with all their other bullshit. You know what I mean? But well, other than that, yeah, I'll tell you what the best thing, yeah. If I look, if you are someone like start me off somewhere, yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah. Yeah. If someone got a big question, you can ask me. Sort of like start me off. How did they actually install the domes? How did they actually install the domes? All the domes were installed by like gateways for physical life. Yeah, it's all artificial. Everything's artificial. Yeah, and the domes were put in. Look, I explained from the beginning. All the domes were put in when they put the disc in. Like, how they put them in. To be honest with you, it's motherships. Huge, I mean, yeah, huge motherships. Beam out technologies, and it's quite crazy actually how they do it. But you see, CR1, there was only 2 realms. That one there with the blue screen, Reptilians put that in. When that blue screen goes, realm 1 and 2 will become 1, and that become 5th dimensional. That will, yeah, and everything, all our perception, everything around you just changed. Boom, it'd be crazy, yeah. But the domes, how they put them in at this second now, I'll be honest with you, I don't know, but I will know in a minute. It's quite crazy how they do it. All of them have got domes in. It's like they're put there basically, so when they see places and they have to it's like when you buy marine fish, you don't put fish in them for months until you get everything right. Yeah, and that's what the pole's for, the valve. It all shoves up. We're going to talk about the valve later for Raj and talk about the black sun. But it's there. It's to do with the ice wall. No, it's a technology. They beam it from one side. They hit it one side, and it just it just covers it. It's like a silicone. Yeah, the dome. They look silicone. They look made of silicone. And they yeah, it goes to one side, and they just show me it goes like look a laser sort of thing. It goes across, and another one, and it goes like that, and it forms a dome, and it does it inside as well. So you got to look at ice wall, and they use some sort of laser, this laser technology, and it beams around, and it literally just goes like this up and over, like this, like that, and then they go in and they do they work from they put the one in the they put the one on the inside first, and then the one on the outside. Yeah, they work out. Yeah, but that's how they do it. Yeah, that's what I mean. You got to hit me questions. You got to hit me with questions like that because I learned myself. But that is how they do it. It's just show me it's some sort of technology. All I can see is like these like motherships, like the size of like city things, and they put some sort of this like laser thing or some like technology, and it just goes like that. It goes quite quick actually. So they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. But that is as much detail I can give you on it in a minute. I've just showed you the vision. What I've just done. Just showed me the ice wall, and they got laser at the top, and they hit, and there's laser at the bottom, ready for that to like. Oh wait, there. Sorry. They hit it from the ice wall, and it goes out. Not like that. It goes like that. Like this, like that. Yeah, it's quite crazy actually. It's just the ice walls are needed. The ice wall is needed because that the screen, yeah, like acts like a fridge, yeah. Like, how do you think they control? Like sometimes you know when all the clouds are gone and it's a blue sky and the sun's out, yeah, and it's cold. And you think, oh yeah, like blue sky, sun's out, it's cold. It's because they could turn the temperature up and down. It's a joke. You know what I mean? It's honestly, they looks in here, and I think they just as a laugh at us. We told you they can see in, we can't see out, and that's why listen, they made loads of things putting it in your face. In the UK, they brought a program out called Big Brother. When I first watched that, I didn't click. It was about an hour into it when I first went into the house thing, and I'm sat there and it's things like that from a kid. I see loads of it. One of the first ones I ever see was in the Wizard of I've seen. What's happening here? We ain't getting a bad connection, are we? Yeah, they can make us cold, they can make us hot, they can make it hot over there, cold over there, raining over there. I mean, listen, they can make Africa cold, yeah, and the UK boiling up. They can turn it around, but it's not in their benefits. Everything's put there for their own benefit. It's the same thing as like, the moon and the sun is in there with us. Yeah, you can't have a ball of gas the size of it's dangerous. If the reptilians can't have it in it, if they can't control it, it wouldn't be in it. They've got to have full control over something. A ball of gas is just like, from a kid, even when I first see it in one of them books, I thought, ball of gas? I don't think so. You know what I mean? It's just it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But there's a lot of information here behind it. It's like a little puzzle. Like I've done some new ones here because just to show you like how deep the lies are. You know what I mean? And it was funny actually because the other day Linda had done a video with Daryl, and I was talking about the Germans brought up by the reptilians, and this is the Nazi hybrid blondes. These are the blondes what Hitler wanted everyone to be, yeah. And the Nazi hybrid blondes, they do a lot of flying or a lot of underwater work. And when I say a lot of flying, yeah, they've done most of the chemtrailing since World War II. Nazi blondes, they're quite significant, like, well, in the demon world. And I'll tell you what, most of them, they all look like they remind me of Flash Gordon. They all look a little bit like Flash Gordon, to be honest with you. But most of the UFO sightings, most of them UFO sightings, like all the ones Russian got on, yeah, like a few of them would be real, but most of them would be military or like hybrid blondes, yeah. Hybrid blondes, they drop gas bombs on us all. Whenever they've been dropping gas bombs, if they think that a certain part of this planet is sort of like, well, they're coming alive over there, they're talking about, they're going to drop a gas bomb on them. They won't even see it. And all of a sudden, the neighbourhood will be fighting, wanting to kill each other, and all sorts. I mean, it's crazy. Listen, everyone, you've got to bear with me, all right? Because I'll jump subject to subject. Yeah, it's to do with the issues I've had for the last few years, yeah. But I will jump back and forward, so you have to sort of like stay on board, bear with me, all right? But like I was saying, yeah, the Titanic, yeah. I told you it hit an iceberg. Now listen, for starters, icebergs don't exist. Right? Icebergs don't exist. The icebergs you see in the water, like there's CCTV in there, basically. They got also some sort of the base, the top of a base, sort of thing, yeah. Aries, yeah. And 21 minutes past 12. This is my last 3D loop. Yeah. They told me that a long time ago, though. That's my last loop, 3D. That means, yeah, right, that's everyone's last 3D loop. Even the sheep, yeah, they don't deserve it, but it'd be their last 3D loop, even though they'd be carted off to the prep place. And the prep place is a must, yeah, because in 5D worlds, you can't have no negativity, not one little bit of negativity at all, yeah. Listen, in the 5D world, you could walk through Africa, yeah, and a lion would just walk past you, yeah, because it knows, like it's all to do with sensories, yeah, and like the harmonised connection, yeah, with everything around you, animals, birds, the lot, yeah, and that is it. Here I go, yeah, I'm going to jump again. That is why Buckingham Palace, the Vatican, the White House, all these places, when they get hit with direct weapons, they'll all become bird sanctuaries. They will. Bird sanctuaries. Because when it shifts, when the blue, listen, what's going to happen is, right, they're prepping you all now. They're showing all the sheep now on the TV. Like Russia this, Russia that. They're going to, and Xi Jinping all teaming up to take the world and all that lot. This is building up. Yeah, this is building. Like in a minute, it will get the sheep's attention in a minute when it builds up. But when it all goes, you'll have all the 7 messages. Everyone, you will know when it goes because air raid sirens, the new ones, what was fitted, yeah, and I didn't even. Apparently, my daughter Millie said, "Yeah, I heard that, Dad. Like a couple of years ago, they was testing them. Like, and there's a little bit of talking in between them this time. I talk between as well. Today. That's when about us. It'll all make sense once you get the rundown and that. Yeah. Now after the 13 days, we still got to go through. We've got to go through a few weeks before the main Sky event. We've got to go through a couple of weeks, few weeks, when all Trump, JFK Jr., Diana, yeah, all the ones who you think are dead and that, they will come back. And then Trump will do the stand down for JFK Jr. You stand down for him, yeah? And once all that gets into motion and all starts to lay out, and everyone's had the rundown, everyone will be shot, traumatized. You'll have a lot of mental breakdowns, like suicides for a little bit. But there'll be, like, as soon as the first couple of days, when everyone sees martial law coming out of the woodworks, yeah, just all of a sudden they're on the streets and tanks turning up in certain streets of the world, not all the streets, like the ones where they know where there's going to be riots around the world. They've seen it. They know all that where there's going to be riots and everything. But it's going to be pretty crazy. I'll tell you that now. But getting back, because I'll cut myself off, to the 3-4 plan thing. One of those plans is what the White Hats has been chucking at Charlie Ward and all them sort of people. And Simon Parks with the medbed things and that. There's one for this, there's one for that, there's one for this. Nah, we've had medbeds here for 100 years, and they've been like well updated. And when they was updating them through experimental uses, they did have type 1, type 2, type 3. But it's all in one now. They fills up with plasma. It depends what you haven't done. And I know they're true, because not only have I seen, they've showed me more Ruby fixed. They've showed me a lot of kids fixed. They've showed me soldiers. They've showed me limbs grow. That's crazy. And I mean, a limb grow and fingers all grow out. Like, yeah, it's going up my arms now. Like, it's crazy. Okay, listen, when everyone finds out what we've been living in, yeah, listen, see, that's a negativity, that's a dumping ground, an ancient one, yeah? That is one fucked up place, yeah? This is what sent a negative message out to the demons wouldn't let them go, yeah? They possess the reptilians, what went there, yeah, grace, yeah, because when they know all the ritual stuff here, and everything, they didn't know about child sacrifice reptilians, yeah. All they got told was like these sacrifices are going to make you like more like super basically super being like, and it does. But as soon as they come in here, they opened up a portal from the first room, flooded the place out. That's why Atlantis is underwater. Yeah. They just went to work straight away, engineered the place like big time, I tell you. But what else have we got before we go on? Let me have a look at some of these questions. Because, sorry, Christian, you are frozen. Am I frozen? Am I frozen? Can everyone hear me still? Am I still running? Good now. Sweet, yeah? Yeah, wait. There's so much I wanted to say. Let's ask some question. Challenging artist. Now you're clear now, yeah? Good. Good. Don't worry, I'm used to this breaking up. Me and Linda gets it all the time. We get it all the time. Okay, yeah, sweet. I'm all Christy now. I'm running again, yeah? Yeah. We missed the Titanic information. Right. We'll do Titanic information again. Yeah? Can you hear me? Yeah, just. Yeah. Can you hear me? I'll do the Titanic information again, yeah? Yeah, I know. When I tell the important stuff, they freeze me. Yeah. Because I'll tell you why. Because like I said before, all this information, no one else knows this information. Yeah. And they know they can't use it. So if they can't use it, yeah, I can't. It frees me out. Yeah. Listen, Ben Salman, the new Saudi king, Trump's mate, who's running the all internet. Yeah. He can only do so much. All the people what's running the system underneath him, yeah, he can only do so much on the internet. You know what I mean? Can you hear me? Yeah? Still frozen? Am I still frozen? Still frozen. Am I okay now? Yeah? Yes? You hearing me, yeah? Good? Good. Yeah, I'll say again, we have to be careful because like I said before, a lot of information I've got, they can't use it. Yeah, all the other people, yeah, you know the other people I mean, yeah, they can't use it. So they pay hackers to like do the business. Like so, the White Hats can only do so much with the internet at the moment. You know what I mean? They've got everything else under control. But as you all can tell, they're having a nightmare to block me on Facebook. Bloody hell! Am I breaking up again? I'm breaking. Bastards. Wow.
Dare to sleep like you're not on your period? On your period. Always Z's disposable period underwear absorbs as much as 5 ultra-thin pads with its silky smooth material designed for your comfort. Always Z's. Dare to sleep free.
Soul Tribe, look who I have here. I have the commander, you know, Buddy's favorite right here, Ismael Perez. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, Kristen. How are you this evening?
I'm doing good. I am definitely missing my brother, though. That's for sure. But we're sending him love and light to the situation and speedy comeback for sure.
Of course, yes. radiating him with positive energy so that he could be able to balance everything out again.
Exactly, and he will. He definitely will. Very strong, buddy. So we're sending you our love and light. And who knows, Soul Tribe, there could be someone special in that chat. But yes, so Soul Tribe, you can definitely send in your super chats this evening. That's totally fine. We're gonna I'm gonna do a weekly update for the week with the cards, and then I'm going to ask Ishmael some questions from the Soul Tribe. You guys, thank you for emailing me your questions in, because that really helps cut down with when it gets a little crazy here by myself without my buddy. So I'll get started. I am going to do a spread for this week update, and just see what's going to come about. What are the updates? Anything happening for this week for the Soul Tribe? Wow. First card is the Devil card. So let's pull some more here. Then we have the Three of Cups that came just after that. We have the Five of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Two of Cups, and the Page of Swords in reverse, and the Ace of Wands as the outcome. So while I was laying these cards down, obviously we did get the Devil card, but I do feel this has to do with the spiritual warfare that's going on, and possibly because Ishmael's energy is here too. The Galactics are definitely here in this spread, I sense, and it's the big fight. It's still, the light has already won, but we need to expose now. So the exposures are coming, is what I'm gathering here. Collaboration. So there is more than one. There's actually 2 to 4 people here I'm sensing in this spread that will be exposed possibly in the next week. That's what I'm getting. And I do think that that Go Brandon has his presence here as well. So I'm feeling that there's definitely going to be some exposures, or some type of it's like something shocking is coming. And then we do have April Fool's Day coming. We've got the new the real New Year's Eve on Friday. So for the weekend, I will be posting a weekend update before I go to my Truther event on Friday. So you guys stay tuned for that. But for the week itself, from now until next week, yeah, it's looking like exposures. Things are going to start popping off. Pretty cool. Ishmael, what updates do you have from your meditating and from the Galactics?
You know, it's interesting that we're able to derive to all of that information based on the cards, because I've been saying it since last November. I don't know if people saw my interview with Janine back in November, but I said that spring, when everybody thought something was going to happen in November, remember, before the 8th, I told her in that chat with her that it would actually be more like the spring of 2023. And the reason being is because everything happens according to planetary and astrological alignment, you know.
Yes.
So we are entering into the age of Aquarius, and because we are under cosmic law and the zodiac works as a cosmic clock, we have to honor the time cycles, you know. So darkness ends as of April. As of April 1st, they have to be exposed, because a new era, a new cycle, a new planetary alignment is already happening as I speak. I think it happened as of last night, where about 7 different planets were in alignment with the galactic core, with the central sun of the galaxy. So this is it. This is the end of the 25,550-year cycle, what they call the Platonic year. And I'm excited to see what unfolds in the next week as a result of us going into this new age, this new era. So
yeah, it's all happening. It's happening. Yeah,
absolutely. The Galactics are actually really, really excited, you know, because we managed to pull it off. We managed to defeat the deep dark cult, and so our entire atmosphere is like a parking lot to all these motherships. So a few weeks ago, when they said that there might be a mothership coming in within our solar system, I think that came out in the news somewhere, or was it 2020? They were right. You know, the governments are detecting the ships, and the ships are good. They're coming. Yeah, these are our star brothers and sisters who are parking over in our atmosphere in the numbers, waiting for the transition into the age of Aquarius, so that we could eventually establish first contact with the Federation of Worlds, the Galactic Alliance, and all of those races that have been helping the Earth Alliance from behind the scenes.
Makes a lot of sense and exciting. These are the days, like, we should be so proud and happy that we're in these times right now. It's very exciting.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask a few things about Haidagwai regarding, for specifically, I know we had asked about cremation and if that would, damage anything for your loved one to come back if they were cremated. Haidagwai people, the people of Haidagwai they're not against cremation at all, but they do bury as well, but they do not embalm. So my question is, embalming, would that affect, and stop your loved one from coming back if they were embalmed before they passed? I mean, before burial.
That's a very good question, Kristen. And I really don't know how to answer that one.
Yeah.
I really don't know how to answer that one. But all I know is that, the people that have passed within the last 25 years are supposed to be resurrecting. Like, in other words, their light body is going to merge and integrate with their physical body, because this is, and it was, and it continues to be the last incarnation, that we're going to be experiencing as our bodies become transfigured to adapt to the new density, the new frequencies, the new earth. Our bodies are being upgraded. And so these are the bodies that we're going to be taking with us as we connect with the subtle energetic aspects of ourselves that exist in these other dimensions.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't really think it matters. I feel, if they were cremated or embalmed, I feel like it's fine. Your loved ones, yes, they can come back. Yes. So I just wanted to clear the air with that one. And then I do have other questions too. Sorry, my light went off. Other questions from Michael, one of our soul tribers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if Haidagwai is a home to a large portal for time travel?
What was the first part of the question?
Do you know if in Haidagwai, is it a portal
in Hawaii?
Haidagwai.
Haidagwai, where's that at?
It's up near here. I'll have to look it up, but it's like British Columbia. It's over by Canada, way over there.
Well, we have over 300 portals throughout the entire planet, so that could be the case.
I think so. It's very spiritual there, beautiful. Yes, and the lovely Queen of Ravens. Shout out to Queen of Ravens. Yes, that is where she loves dearly. It's beautiful there, very spiritual, and there's also a connection to agarikon mushrooms and the raven, which agarikon actually grows there. And ravens are very spiritual. They used to wear the feathers for protection, as well as the agarikon mushrooms that we have with Ascent nutrition, as you all know. But anyways, they use both for protection. So that's pretty interesting too. It's a great, beautiful place. I do want to ask another one from Neil. He has one about Atlantis.
Mm-hmm.
So about Atlantis, what are the connections with the Galactics and Atlantis?
Well, the Atlantean civilization was a galactic and interstellar experiment. Before Atlantis, there was the land of the civilization of Lemuria, which inclined very towards the spiritual development at the expense of technology, which means that everything they did was based on their own super advanced consciousness. So they didn't really use external technology. And so as a result of that, they were ceasing to be physical. So the Lemurians started off as a physical race, and due to their inclination towards their spiritual evolution or their ascension, they were ceasing to integrate with the lower chakras. So the plan of the universe calls for the integration of spirit and matter. And so there needed to be a solution to that. And they came with a solution in the form of Atlantis. However, unfortunately, Atlantis, due to the infiltration from Mars, there was a portal that came from Mars that infiltrated the Atlantean colony. And the Mars colony fell first, of course. There was a time where our entire solar system was colonized by different galactic humans and other specimens. And unfortunately, the Martian colony fell to the Luciferian service to self agenda. And then they used Mars to eventually infiltrate Atlantis as well. And that's why Atlantis eventually became a civilization that disintegrated from its original golden era. But it was supposed to be the integrating point between spirit and matter. It was supposed to evolve spiritually with technological development, but in a very balanced way. That was the original intent.
Yes.
When the founders seeded or colonized Atlantis, when they established Atlantis, it was supposed to be the original intent, some sort of a balance between spiritual maturity and technological development.
Very good. Yeah. that sounds right. And like the frequency there of Atlantis was so high that we have a question from Neil. He wants to know if it was ultimately destroyed and disintegrated underwater because the frequency was so high, and they didn't want anyone to, learn about all their powers and be very like we are, like we're discovering now. So did they destroy Atlantis because of the high frequency?
Yes and no. Okay, so going back to the infiltration, after the dark forces of Orion infiltrated Atlantis, they first destroyed Lemuria, because the Moria back then was like the motherland.
Yeah.
Was the motherland. It was a matriarchy. It was ruled by women. Of course, women were the high priestess and the chief warriors of Lemuria, and the other colonies were living in alignment with the principles of oneness, unity consciousness, and all that stuff. So what ended up happening was, when Atlantis was overtaken from within, Marduk, the son of Enki, well, of course, Enki was Poseidon to the Greeks. Marduk used an advanced AC tractor beam to try to destroy the other colonies, because he wanted Atlantis to become dominant. He wanted Atlantis to become a totalitarian system, taking over the entire planet. And right when he was bringing in the asteroid to implode it over the U colony, which is a civilization that existed in what we call today China, that's when Nibiru came in its 3,600-year elliptical orbit and beam blasted the asteroid over Atlantis. So in a way, it was like counteracted by Nibiru, who was the watcher of our civilization during those days, before it was infiltrated by Marduk and the negative Anunnaki, of course.
Yes. And then also, we have a question about Bimini Road. I'm sure you've heard of Bimini Road. But yeah, is that the road that leads to Atlantis?
Bimini Road? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, or it might be saying it wrong. But I believe it's Bimini Road, and it's beautiful. It's underwater. Out towards the Bahamas. It's underwater in there. But
the Bahamas. Those are remnants of Atlantis. Yes.
Okay.
That region in the Atlantic Ocean, right underneath Hawaii, there's a lot of activity still taking place within the ocean. So a good portion of the Atlanteans actually were able to mutate to be able to live underwater. And so they still do. They're part human, part fish, merman, mermaid. And so they do have an advanced civilization near the Bahamas, deep in the oceans.
Yeah. I'm gonna be checking it out for you, Soul Tribe. I'm gonna go over there, and you could like snorkel around and stuff. So it'd be pretty cool. Check it out. Yeah, very interesting stuff. Soul Tribe, you guys had a lot of questions. We're gonna take some of the super chats. Let's take this over here and just see what they've got. Just Jay, thank you so much for your donation. I don't see a question, but if you do have a question, you can ask later. Before I end the show, I'll make sure I get all your questions. Oh my, we have a special guest, a special super chat. I don't know how to put it up on the screen, guys. I'm still getting used to this, but it is from Jean-Claude from Beyond Mystic. Wow, thank you so much. Wow, he's donated 100 and sending love to Kristen. Thank you so much. So sweet. Wow, what a presence we have here. Whoa. And then we have Cindy. Thank you, Cindy, 737. Love and light to Buddy and the Soul Tribe. So sweet. Thank you very much.